Uh-oh. An error occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. That's a first.
Let's collect. We collect. Collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect. Beyond the drop. We collect. Collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 23 of Beyond the Drop, the show that Collectors Gone Digital and I put together for you every Monday. But Josh, what up? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. We already got Video Shane in the chat. What's going on, Shane? It says, morning, gents. Say hi to the Schiller for me, which is going to be today's guest we have on the show. But yeah, man. I'm doing good. Just been messing with more AI lately. So,
oh yeah. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that when you're ready to tell a bit more about that. But yeah, and Video Shane is like, your guys are on a boat. Oh yeah, my friend. Oh yeah.
We are on a boat. Yeah, I got a little inspiration from Pirates of the Caribbean. I was watching one of those movies recently. So, but yeah. Yeah, but in terms of today's show, guys, here's the agenda. So we'll walk through some community posts, move into some OMI burn, which we haven't covered in a couple weeks now. We'll then cover some Grail Watch. We have the interview with Schiller after that, and then we'll round things off with the Q&A.
Oh yes. Alrighty, should we jump? Oh, before we start, big thank you here from. I mean, can you see it? Yeah. I got sent this from my friend VeVe here from Germany. Beyond the Drop dollar, really cool, and also this piece here, like a VeVe a gold and silver logo trading card, and I definitely have to say these pieces are pretty cool, and I guess most of you have already seen some of the other pieces he does on the socials. But
dude, yeah. I'm so excited. I'm like, mine is in the mail right now. It's on its way. So I'm really stoked for that. But yeah, I've been seeing quite a few of them on social media now. So it seems like he shipped quite a bit out.
Yeah, definitely. I think he put a lot of work in that for his subscribers and his supporters. But also, I mean, it could be a smart move, because if that gets traction, I mean, I don't know how it's on the legal side, if he makes, like, for example, the Marvel Mighties on there or something like that. But if the community is interested in that stuff, I think that could be really interesting long term, because I mean, VeVe and David especially said like a couple of times he wants the community to make merch. So
yeah, there's been quite a bit of side projects from the community.
Yeah, 100%.
But in terms of today's post, you want to move into that?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Cool. All right. Okay. You want to start by explaining this one, because you're the one who sent me this post. I thought it was
yeah. I just came across on X, and I thought it was kind of funny. So let's obviously it's AI, but let's take a look at it.
I would hope it's AI.
Yeah. Can we start from the beginning, or did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not going to hear any audio, but just because I'm playing this through OBS. But it's yeah, Lord of the Rings inside the Pawn Star shop, which is.
But the viewers hear audio or what?
No.
Ah, okay, okay.
But there was another one you sent me too, I think, right? That's the
Yeah,
second
that's
one.
like the first part of it. Would there be a possibility to play audio, or isn't there?
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to share my screen twice here. One sec. Nope, wrong button. Oops. I'll figure that out later. You don't like your green screen showing, and I'm screwing it up. My bad. But I mean, most people can see what's going on in the video.
Guys, if you find those clips on your socials, take a look at it. It's actually really funny. So, yeah.
Sorry, I get confused.
Frodo giving away, trying to sell the ring.
Yeah. I got confused with all the settings I got open, so my bad. All right, so those are the only like non-VeVe related posts we'll cover, but this is the first one here. So the power of Asgard is evolving. Marvel Mighty's upgrades bring dynamic upgraded variants of Thor and friends to VeVe that you can craft by burning originals. So collect Thor, Loki, Valkyrie, Jane Foster, Odin, and Beta Ray Bill in their electrifying new series.
What is like your take on the involving or the upgraded Marvel Mighties? Do you have a view on them?
I like that they give people the option.
Okay, yeah.
It's because I remember when they have upgraded pieces in the past, like the Amelia Earhart and Cleopatra and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that were happy about it, but then there were also just people that were kind of pissed off and was like, how can you upgrade something that I already own? So yeah, they're giving the collector the option here, but I think the Marvel Mighties are getting better looking. I think the special effects on them are starting to look better as well. So.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think, like long term? I mean, obviously it's speculation, guys. No, you know that drill, no financial advice, blah blah blah. But do you think that like over time the like real first appearances of those Marvel Mighties could become more significant?
What do you mean by the real first appearances?
Yeah,
like,
I mean not the upgraded ones.
Oh, like the original like Captain America, for like the Steve Rogers and stuff.
No, I mean like you have like the normal version, the original static version, and the upgraded version. But the static version gets burned when you upgrade, right?
Yeah, so you lose the tag.
Yeah,
yeah,
and also, yeah.
I mean, for the I guess each individual collector, it just comes down to what they value more. But I think the first appearance tag is always going to be considered important. So. That's why I said the Steve Rogers, because that has the first appearance tag for Captain America. So like that, yeah, I wouldn't burn that.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you?
Let's huh?
I said, what about you? It's not just about me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I really like the static ones more. I will not upgrade any.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, there's going to be 5 in the set. It looks like they're kind of just going back to cover all the ones that they've already released. So they've done this now with what, 2 or 3 other Marvel Mighty sets?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And I even on those drops, I didn't convert any of my Marvel Mighties. Yeah.
No.
But guys, what do you say in the chat? So will you upgrade some or most of your Mighties? That would be like interesting to know.
We got biggest bro in the chat. We got Tucson in the chat. Or as Jan always says, Tucson.
Yeah, how is it called?
Tucson.
Oh,
it's one of those English words where it's,
honestly, I will stay on Tucson.
I don't even know if it's an English word actually. Dr. Fidgetal, what's going on, man? Your interview with Jan. I was just talking to him about it before the stream. It was awesome. Great video.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, but I've said it to him yesterday. And guys, if you haven't seen the interview he did with myself, I mean, normally I'm the guy who interviews other people, but in this case, it was like the other way around. Check him out on YouTube or on X.
The Mighties always appreciate
after the burn.
Yeah, short-term thing though. If I upgrade half mine, obviously keep the low mids.
Yeah, okay, fair point.
Mispronouncing some city's name is top grade comedy. Tucson, Arizona, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a city? Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Tucson. I didn't know if he was referring to the city or not, but that
probably.
There you go.
Tucson, okay.
I think it's Arizona, unless there's another Tucson. But okay, so that is the Marvel Mighties. What do we got next here?
That was another pretty cool thing that happened this week, and a surprise drop from the London police. I mean, we've had. Oh, and by the way, Josh, do you see my face is covered here completely?
Hang on. I need to confirm this.
Wait a second, I make it. Okay, so yeah, that was a surprise drop from the London police, and I think when we had Leroy on, I mean, we talked about how he and the London police are able to build community in a pretty cool way, and like special and surprise airdrops like this definitely help make this happen and build a strong community. Yeah, that's my take on that one.
I just realized that the dashboard for me is flipped the opposite way, because you mentioned how that was covering your face, and I looked at my screen and it was covering mine, but it's like flipped for some weird reason. Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's a problem for us to figure out. Anything else you want to mention about this?
No, I mean, it was just for Genesis key holders, right? And I mean, they've received quite a lot now over time, and I mean, that is a piece where I'm like, okay, damn it, I should have gotten one back in the days, because like VeVe Versum Frank told me about it, and he was like, you have to get one, and yeah, I didn't. But a lot of the German fam have one of these Genesis keys.
The thing that D-Roy has always mentioned about it is that they aim to provide more value than what you pay for the card, which I think they've already done that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know where this piece sits, but we can later check on it when we take a look at some collectibles, if we do that today. So, but I mean, it's quite limited.
Okay, 3 interesting charts to show the situation in the ecosystem.
Yeah. So guys, I just took those posts and I didn't fact check them or something like that, but that's like, I mean,
that's just Google, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's just Google Analytics. Is it Google Analytics? Yeah, I think
probably,
so. Yeah. And I mean, you can see like the digital collectibles search term got more interest over time, but like all the other metrics are down. And I mean, that's kind of clear, right? I mean, we are totally in a bear market. And I've yesterday also in my interview with Dr. Fujito talked about like 99% of people think NFTs and digital collectibles are a scam. So why should people search for it if there's not like some kind of hype, if you can say that?
You know what's interesting about that is I think something that could actually potentially flip the narrative around NFTs is what's happening with the physical trading cards right now in the Pokemon more specifically. There's more and more armed robberies that are happening now at these trading card shops. There was another one that just happened last week in Vancouver. And I might be mistaken, but it might have been one of the shops that like MC and Chris Severs and them go to. But it was a full armed robbery, like multiple people walking in, completely clearing the store. And it's happening more and more. And I think that that reminds me also the topic of losing collectibles to like things like natural disasters too. I know it's a separate topic, but these are both things that I think are going to push people more towards the digital side, and like NFTs are going to become less of a scam and more of a way to protect things too.
Yeah, I mean,
because you have. Go ahead.
No, you.
I was just going to say Klim's story about how he lost a guy behind Big Shot Toys, like the Nounish friends and stuff. He lost a lot of his collectibles in the flood in North Carolina, in his basement. And then I know that, what's his name? I forget his first name, but Padawar.
Jeremy.
Thank you. He was a victim of the Palisade fires.
Oh, yeah.
He lost a lot in those as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But I also think it's an education problem and a awareness problem of digital collectibles. But I think that will get fixed over the next couple of years, so people really understand it. And I mean, perfect next post from VeVe Meister here that showcased a little bit of the growth of the VeVe users since the migration to collect. I mean, it's not that bad for the time we are in, I would say, but obviously I would like to see it go vertical. But yeah, let's wait for that. And what also is kind of interesting
here.
Yeah. What also is why?
Well, this is like a little under a month, and this is like.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. What could also be really interesting is the fact, like with the I mean, we've talked about it in the last show or the show before with the reverse merger. I mean, that reverse merger from Orange Cloud and VeVe could like institutionalize trust around like all the VeVe ecosystem, and yeah, that would be kind of significant and would open up a lot of new opportunities and doors, I believe.
It'll put more eyes on the project, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, just think about it. They would be able to. It's a little bit off topic here, but we're talking about user growth. They would be able to acquire like small gaming studios by offering shares, or it would be way easier for them to acquire capital, and like as I said, it would institutionalize trust around VeVe. So yeah, and I think that could go hand in hand with a more exponential user growth. But I guess we will wait and see.
This year could be very exciting. So
yeah, or it could be a flop, but I'm still on the positive side here.
That's true. It's true. We got Booth in the chat, and we have Duck in the chat. What is going on, gents? What is going on? So yeah, it looks like from February 9th to March 3rd, they went from 695 to 697, about 2,000 users, 2,100, and then 2,700 more over the next two weeks. So it's as of 3 days ago, 700,000 wallets.
And I think that's not that bad, to be fair. I mean,
I think a lot of those is probably still duplicates of people who never ended up like merging their accounts, or it's just, is it inactive like bot accounts, inactive accounts over the 4 or 5 years or whatever? That's definitely not active.
You mean define the term active. Is an active user who logs in once a month, once a week?
That's how VeVe tracks it, I'm pretty sure. It's at least once a month. At least once a month, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but on the other side, you mean why? Because we don't see like a lot of price movement in the market, or what is like your reasoning behind?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like your reasoning that those numbers are like not really participating in the marketplace.
700,000 active people right now buying and selling in the market.
Okay. We talked like about different stuff. I've talked about the new users. And you talked about the
Oh,
total.
you're talking about the 2,700.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Because like these 700,000, I mean, come on, no, not even close.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Sorry, man.
All good. It's gonna happen.
But I also think, like, just think about it. We now have more than 12 million, 13 million NFTs on VeVe, and like compared a really, really small user base to that amount of inventory.
Yeah. More charts though.
Yeah, just another Google Trends post here in terms of the search volume or the interest over time for Bored Apes, VeVe, and Pudgy Penguins. And I have to be, if those numbers are correct, like VeVe is quite steady. I mean, flat, but kind of steady compared to the others, because when I look at Pudgy Penguins, okay, they got a lot of attention twice now in the last couple of months, but I'm always think like, okay, do you want those spikes or do you want like a steady climb?
The thing I think about a lot with Pudgy is I feel like a lot of their business has to do with impulse. So like every time I see their products, like for example, the Walmart stuffed penguins or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are probably buying that walking by it or just scrolling on their phone on the app. It's not because they're searching Pudgy Penguins.
Yeah, probably.
It's the same with, they released an image not long ago of them. They had like these arcade machines or whatever, right? And they were like Pudgy Penguin branded. I feel like a lot of it is, it's almost like the Coca-Cola kind of marketing where you just need to constantly get the name out there for people to see it and then just buy it right after or something.
Yeah. And also what I find hard or interesting about those kind of charts, I mean, I'm not even close Googling as much as I did before. I mean, I'm most of the time ask ChatGPT or something like that. So
that's true. I don't think this is considering like AI. I think it's just people that are searching Google, but
yeah.
I also think AI is still a niche though. I don't think most people are searching via AI. I think more and more people are, but I still think it's like the majority of people are still searching via typing into Google.
Yeah.
It's growing on the AI side.
Fair point.
This is interesting though.
This is so cool. Honestly.
Yeah, I know they mentioned this several weeks back now, but it looks like the first events are now happening. They say what's happening when VeVe collectors meet in real life, trivia battles, digital collectible giveaways, and collectors sharing stories and passions. The first of a new way for VeVe fam to connect. VeVe community meetups are happening this month in Orlando, Anaheim, and Chicago. Plus, we've got more meetings coming soon to other locations around the world. I think some are being planned in Europe as well. And then they have a full blog article on this if you guys want to read more about it. But
yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, they've announced a while back that they want to support those kind of community-led events. And I mean, I can only speak for the German community events. I mean, I've been now to 4 or 5 of the German community events, and those were like amazing. And I think it's really cool that VeVe now supports those kind of community-led events because I mean they can just do so many big shows or big conventions or something like that, and I think that's a great way to get the community together.
I hope though that they continue doing the same number of conventions. Like I hope this isn't a way for them to now reduce the number of conventions they go to.
I don't think so. That would be stupid because like the people who go to those meetups already know VeVe, and like the conventions are also like a good way to get new leads, new people interested in VeVe. So that would be, in my understanding, from a marketing point of view, it would just be stupid not to do or to do less of those bigger shows.
Yeah, I'm partially saying that though because the Paris event got canceled, not because of VeVe's fault, but there's been no event that's been announced since, like for this year.
Yeah, fair
yet.
point.
So I just hope that they keep the pressure on that. I know it's a lot to set up, but
Yeah, but
didn't they just hire a community, like a events coordinator, a manager or something?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I mean, those VeVe community meetups will be organized by community members, as I understood it.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Yeah, but you mean like the real big shows in terms of
For the company. For the company. I'm pretty sure it's Magic. Magic is
fair point. I read that. Yeah.
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 Booth says, are the meetups fun? Okay. I'll take a moment to explain this because it's definitely something that I know you probably hear over and over again in the community. Oh, like go out to an event. It's never going to click until you actually get to the event to experience it. I heard it for a couple of years before I went to Vegas the first time. I went to Vegas by myself, and I remember like being on the plane being like, what the hell am I doing? And then when I got there, everybody was so like open, met a lot of friends, people I still talk to today. It's absolutely worth going at least once just to get the experience. It's hard to put into words. So Jan, do you want to add anything to that?
I've only been to the German community meetups, and I absolutely enjoy those because it's just about VeVe on those meetups, VeVe collecting and all the things that are that go with it, and it's just like 100% focus of like the same hobby, and that's just awesome. And also, like as you said, the people you're meeting there are so cool and nice, and you meet like really I don't really like people.
Hey, I don't either. Okay, I'm the exact same. I'm an introvert. I don't like going out and socializing and doing all that. But it's the I don't know, man. The collecting space in general, I feel like is kind of a little. It's always felt a little different for me. It just feels like everyone's open, a lot less judgment, stuff like that. But I totally get what you mean, man. I totally get what you mean. And I never expected to be going to like an event and like meeting people, let alone like starting a YouTube channel several years ago. But if anybody is thinking this way and that's the reason that's preventing them from going to an event, just try and ignore the thought and just get to one. Just get to one.
I mean, worst case, you can leave instantly.
Yeah.
If you're like, fuck all of them, I hate them all, then just leave. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to. I hope they will bring out the events calendar for this year, because I definitely want to go to an international one this year. I mean, we wanted to go to Paris, which obviously and unfortunately didn't happen. But yeah.
Next post though, Stacker. So they have a monthly recap for February. Oh, this is February.
Yeah, I mean, it is March. It's just March. So how should they do a recap for March?
Fair. Middle of the month. Yeah, fair. Duh. Top 5 collectibles by volume, ECOMI logo, red and silver, 23 sales. That was probably because of the...
100%.
Yeah, okay. Partner statue, 19. Todd, 53. Gold and silver, 4. And I have you in my sights. Incredible 1978 deal. I have you in my sights. What is this?
I have no clue.
Is that Boba Fett? Is
it?
I'll look at that on Stacker in a sec. Unless somebody in the chat knows what this is. Is it Boba Fett? I think.
No idea.
Top comics by volume. Marvel Comics #1 secret rare. Fantastic Four #1 secret rare, and Marvel Comics #1 common.
Not Tucson. What was like? Did you say it again, please?
Tucson.
Okay. Tucson said yes, Boba Fett.
Okay.
I can kind of guarantee that I forgot that next time, but that will be an inside joke for now.
Boba.
Yeah, but I still think like 53 sales of Todd. Huh.
Yeah, that might also be because people are stacking. Like I know Digital Monkey, I'm pretty sure, is stacking this piece.
Oh yeah, fair point. Fantastic Four. Okay.
Yeah, so I've seen this screenshot before. It's worth highlighting again, though. The highest grossing media franchises in history. So Pokemon's an obvious number one. Hello Kitty's number two. By a look how far behind it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's like 200 billion difference. 200 billion. I mean, that's just crazy. So guys, let's hope VeVe has Pokemon secured.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely give some trust to VeVe and the collectibles.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about more eyes on the project.
We have Winnie the Pooh, we have Mickey Mouse, we have Star Wars. Okay, we don't have Mario yet. Disney Princess. Which one are? As what goes under that term?
It's like Princess. Snow White, Cinderella, Tinkerbell. Or okay. No, wait, Tinkerbell's a fairy, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Or was it the first fairy princess? I can't remember. Marvel, we have Jump Comics. We don't have yet. Shonen Jump, no. Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and then Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see Dragon Ball. I've said it yesterday in my interview. Dragon Ball would be my jam, as you can say it like that.
Oh, it's Japanese. I was like, what is this?
Never seen that before.
Yeah, I haven't either. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, four out of the 10 we already secured, and I mean, let's hope we have Pokemon as well. That would be a banger.
4 out of the no, we've secured more. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where do you have to? Which one was number 5?
No,
Disney
right.
Princess is not number 5.
Yeah, we have
a few.
What? You want every single one in order to cross this off?
Yeah. Okay, that was stupid on my side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I used to watch Dragon Ball when I was drunk at 3 p.m. I thought you were gonna say 3 a.m.
Yeah, but I mean, being drunk at 3 p.m. is also quite nice. Like a little day drinking never hurt nobody. I mean, depends on how often you do it, but yeah.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that could go downhill real fast. Wouldn't recommend it, but the NFT grit. We have a post here. The 13.5 billion physical. What? 13.5 billion physical card market is facing a technical reckoning. Here's a breakdown of why the shift towards blockchain verified collectibles is an inevitably not just a trend. The death of subjectivity. For decades, the value of physical cards has relied on the subjective opinion of a grading company. A 10 today could be a 9 tomorrow, depending on the lighting or the grader's mood. This is kind of what happened with that Pokemon that Logan just sold. Because I'm pretty sure he bought it as a PSA 9 and then...
No, he bought it as a 10.
I'm pretty sure the story is he bought it from some guy who has a really large Pokemon collection, a bunch of PSA 9s. He didn't have any PSA 10. And then Logan took it out of the case, got it regraded, and it came back as a 10 instead of a 9. And the guy got really mad. Okay. And then that ended up being the one that he sold 4 or 5 years later for the amount that he just sold it for. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that's the story.
Guys, maybe someone is knowledgeable about that. Please let us know in the chat.
Because I remember that the guy he bought it off of is like a really well-known Pokemon collector, and he was talking about how there isn't a PSA 10, and that he was really upset that they gave him the grade and that it had to do with like his image and name and all this stuff. Blockchain changes the game. Mathematical scarcity. So a 101 isn't just a stamp on a card. It's a hard-coded reality visible to the entire world. Instant provenance, no more fakes or counterfeits. The ledger provides a birth certificate that cannot be forged. Global liquidity, selling a $175,000 asset like the Caitlin Clark 101 sold in Panini blockchain physically requires weeks of shipping, insurance, and auction house fees. On-chain, that transfer happens in seconds. That's another benefit to using crypto for like real estate and cars. Like in Dubai, you can just make the crypto payment and walk out with the car. The first appearance narrative. The real value in collecting has always been about historical significance. Whether it's a rookie card or a first appearance digital moment, the medium is secondary to the IP. As we move towards a digital first economy, the collectors who focus on global IP and landmark historical dates are positioning themselves for the next 5 to 10 years of growth. We are witnessing the transition from flipping for profit to collecting for legacy. And this, I think, kind of speaks to the partner statue that Rudy and Tina own, because that is the one that Ken Golden was referring to about potentially doing an auction in the future when there's self-custody. He was talking about that. I think that's the one that they own. The mint he was talking about.
Which mint number is it?
I think it's I think it's 1923, or the founding year of Disney, or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, if that would if we would see like a really significant sell of a partner statue, that would obviously lift up the rest of the partner statues as well, or not.
Yeah, more visibility on the collectible. Yeah, more is more in that case.
Yeah, I think so too. Whose tweet is this you're reading? Here, Doug asks.
The NFT Grit.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. Yeah, I think there was a lot of interesting thoughts and observations.
Well, here, I'll read this last section. You want to toss VeVe a quick message for a repost that we can get more people in here?
Yeah.
Thanks. And if you guys haven't tossed a like,
wait a second, and guys, if you're enjoying that, please help us get more visibility as well, and repost like the show on X or something like that. That would be awesome, guys.
Now, in terms of the vision, we are currently in the early adopter phase. For example, the $48 million volume in Panini blockchain cards is a drop in the bucket compared to the $13.5 billion physical market. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of a massive undervaluation. Yeah, I didn't realize it was this much, but I guess I was thinking of the yearly amount that collectibles do. The narrative is shifting from nostalgia to truth. Physical cards will always have a place, but for those seeking objective rarity and long-term security, the blockchain is the only logical destination. The real question is not physical versus digital. The real question is who will own the first generation of blockchain collectibles? Huh. I wonder where all the like first appearance ones are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is that post, guys. We have another chart here from Cointelegraph. Crypto token count surpasses 37.8 million since 2023 as new projects flood the market. We have another chart here from Cointelegraph. Where's the echo coming from?
Sorry, that's my fault. Okay.
What, you're trying to view the stream at the same time as running it?
No, I've sent it to the right person to get a repost here. Yeah, that's just crazy, isn't it? Like when you take a look at the tick up.
Yeah, but it's still such a small number. I mean, put it this way: the number of users in Roblox today is less than all of the wallets in the crypto industry. So it's still very small.
Yeah. Okay.
37.8 million. That's less than the population of Canada. Well, clean transition. Kind of screwed
When
up.
collectors trade, the system heats, and that's the flame that makes a mean decrease. When collectors trade, the system heats, and that's the flame that makes a mean decrease.
Boom, clean transition. All right.
I mean, 9 days old, but we are sitting at 360 million OMI that has been burned.
Yeah, I thought so, dude. We were around 200 at the beginning of 2026.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that before the show, right?
Yeah, January. So that's good to see. I mean, keep in mind the token has been going down the entire time, but that's only burn.
Yeah. And Doug, give me a second here. I will do that. What else do we got today here?
That's all the posts. So what we can do is do some Grail Watch before we welcome our guests here in the next 15-ish minutes. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Doug, I did.
Oh, you got the double tag. There you go. Now you can't miss it.
Red report, eyes on the floors, locked in tight. Every move they make, we break it down.
Alrighty, and while we are on the Stacker and now take a look at the OMI prices of collectibles. Dr. Digital was like so generous, giving us the opportunity of giving away 100,000 OMI, and we will definitely do that in a couple of minutes. But I first need to think about a question I can ask, and whoever comes with the right answer first will win it. So guys, stay tuned, be ready in roughly 5 to 10 minutes or so. I think we will do that.
You just ask AI.
Huh?
Just ask AI to create a question.
Okay,
Ask AI to create a question.
I already have a question. I'm fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at.
Did you participate in the avatar drop? I mean, the
avatar.
secret rare is not that bad in the market.
No, I didn't actually end up going for it. No. I would have been much more interested if it was just like one in the set.
Yeah, me too. And I have to be fair, I'm not really a big fan of blind boxes. I mean,
I wish they did less of them and they did a little bit more of the old style drops. Yeah. I still think it's important to have them on the app though.
100%. I don't say that they should get that they should get rid of the blind boxes, but I would prefer a fewer blind boxes. Yeah.
Am I spelling that right? Or is this another SEO thing with them?
The biggest bro. Have you guys seen the article about the avatar journey of drops?
Oh, I am spelling that right.
No, I haven't seen. Have you seen?
Have you guys seen the article about the avatar journey of drops? Nope. If you send it to me on X, we can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the common is sitting at 18 on the floor, but this isn't the animated one, right? That's the secret rare.
I think so, yeah. But I'm honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, because like that was not really a drop I was interested in.
How do we find the avatar collectibles? Is it the last Airbender?
Great question.
All right.
Ang, type in Ang. Yeah.
Nope, I don't think they've added it to the.
Oh man.
Fire Nation. I don't know. Airbender. All right. Look up Aang. I did that. I don't.
Nope.
Why would you have this feature here? Why not just show a bunch of collectibles at once? Why do I have to keep clicking this?
To keep you curious, my friend. But I think you can stop now clicking. He will not appear down there.
He says it pops up. Maybe that's on the main app. I'm on Stacker. I'm curious to know what this article is about now, though.
Yeah, he sent you a DM. He said in the chat via X. Yeah, but that was, I mean, I didn't even watch anything about that character, etc.
Oh, shout out to Corey. This would have been his team.
Yeah, probably.
Bringing Nickelodeon onto VeVe is an important milestone for us, said David Yu, CEO and co-founder of VeVe. Our mission has always been to build a place where the world collects. That means making sure iconic stories and characters like Avatar have a home that can endure. As collecting continues to evolve, VeVe gives these beloved franchises a way to live on and be experienced in entirely new ways. I saw a post about how someone went back to watch the film, and they did it because of the Avatar drop on VeVe. So,
okay,
it's like VeVe is almost helping people revisit past memories, relive them.
Yeah, I was never really into that, to be fair, into that character. So yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to read the whole thing here. I will try and scan it real fast. First premiered in 2005 and quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Across 3 seasons, it delivered 61 episodes that blended epic fantasy with humor, emotional depth, and thoughtful storytelling. This we probably already all know about. Rather than presenting every character at once, the collection is designed to let collectors explore the world chronologically. Each character release connects directly to Aang's journey, his relationships, and his growth as the Avatar. Interactivity and crafting are not layered on as extras, they are built into the narrative structure. As new characters enter the platform, they unlock new possibilities for Aang. Collectors can build different elemental versions tied to his mastery of air, water, earth, and fire. Over time, those versions can be combined through crafting to create the ultimate expression of his journey, the Avatar state. That is really cool. I completely missed that part.
Yeah, me too. But that's a good, like, could you say cliffhanger, or builds up some tension? What could be next?
Well, you're essentially customizing. If I'm reading that right, aren't you customizing the Avatar to how you want it? Or is it just you get to pick what the collectors can build different elemental versions tied to his mastery? Yeah, maybe that's just their way of saying they can craft it for the air version, water, earth, and fire.
Yeah, possibly.
It was a genuine delight for the team to explore how the story of Avatar could be translated into collectible design, said Devin Hart, head of production at VeVe. Every decision was rooted in the narrative, from character progression to elemental themes. We looked for ways to let the collectibles reflect the journey fans know and love. The approach transforms collecting into participation. Appa. That's what I was looking for. Appa, a symbol of loyalty and adventure, plays a meaningful role within the crafting and interactivity systems. Collectors are able to engage with these elements in ways that feel earned, not arbitrary. Isn't Appa the thing that Aang rides, though? It's the animal?
I have no clue, honestly. That I don't know anything about that that fandom.
Oh, next paragraph. Crap. I skipped a bunch. Which... Not a one-time drop. Okay, so this launch is not a single moment. It's the beginning of a year-long release journey that unfolds from February through December. Each release is treated as a first appearance on VeVe, reinforcing the significance of the moment for collectors. Scarcity is carefully balanced to support both accessibility and long-term value. Crafting paths are clear, purposeful, and tied directly to the story. Most importantly, the collection is designed to reward commitment. Collectors who stay with the journey are able to build towards something greater than any single collectible. They're able to complete a narrative arc. I'm wondering if that's also the new feature they just introduced with the snapping. If there's going to be some sort of diorama.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it would be great because then we don't have that many flippers or less flippers. Let's say it like that.
Appa is the water buffalo and linchpin is upcoming drops. Yeah, water buffalo. At its core, this release is a homage. It honors the original animated series that introduced the world to Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko, and Appa. It respects the themes of growth, balance, and connection that made Avatar: The Last Airbender timeless. It invites collectors. The movie's also really good, too, for anyone who hasn't seen that. It invites collectors to revisit the story, which is what we kind of highlighted just a moment ago. It's actually cool because just like the story, Aang will travel to each land and learn all the elements with each new drop, then culminating with the final Avatar state. Yeah, that is very cool how they set it up. It is very cool. Fits the theme of the Avatar like really well. Anything you want to add?
I have absolutely nothing to add, to be fair. Like, as I said, I don't know anything about that character, that IP, and etc.
You never watched the show, the movie, nothing?
No.
You should.
That wasn't a thing in my childhood.
Well, okay, so I think most people would probably say watch the show first. But if you're not fully committed, I'd probably just say watch the movie, and you'll get like a pretty good understanding of what it's about. Like, you get introduced to the different nations: fire, water, earth, air. He does the traveling. You get introduced to Appa. Yeah, the movie's good though.
Okay.
So maybe
I think the movie would be the better solution for me than like the series.
The series is really good though. So maybe Avatar dioramas then that go with each learned skill. Yeah, one for fire, water, earth, air. Very cool how they set that up. Big bro, I appreciate you sending that over, because I missed that entirely. So, and let me know if there's anything else in this article that I missed. I think I covered most of it.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked like a really, really nice written article. So, should we do the giveaway before we get our guest on when he's there?
Yeah, you want to do it now?
All right, guys. So whoever writes the first answer, the first right answer in the chat, will win 100,000 OMI, sponsored by Dr. Digital. So, guys, the question would be, which is, in his opinion, the most underrated collectible on the VeVe app?
And a big shout out for him, or to him,
really,
for
really
doing
nice.
that. Yeah.
No one.
There's a delay on the stream.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tucson trolling in the chat.
Yeah. Nope, it's not Mighty's.
100,000 OMI. No one has this yet.
Oh yeah, Booth. It's Booth. Iron Man colored, not golden. Oh, where is it?
Oh, he
There.
was specific with it too.
Yeah. It's. I mean, the golden moment. I wouldn't have let that count, but that one is the right answer. And because, like, I wanted to reward someone who watched our interview yesterday because we spoke about that. This is like his most underrated collectible in the app. So Booth, you won, and I will send that to Dr. Fidgeter so he can reach out to him. Or yeah. I will make sure. Huh?
No, go ahead. Finish what you were
That's
saying.
it. Oh, look, he saw it. He saw it. So great that you've been there, my friend. Congratulations for the 100,000. OMI, nice.
I agree about Superman being undervalued. I still think it's one of the better looking collectibles, aside from his arm being detached slightly. But it's
Wasn't it his leg?
No, it's his like his arm
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The London police. Good interview.
By the way, Booth, is it your name on X as well? Wait a second. Or how is your name on X? Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. It's the same name, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
VeVe.
All right.
VeVe, if you're watching this stream, AI's been around for how long now? Can you guys set up automated reposts for your content creators? That'd be great. That'd be fantastic if you guys could do that.
Yeah, I would support that.
4 7s. Any last collectibles you want to take a look at before we switch scenes?
I mean, I would. Yesterday, I spoke about the self-made piece again as one of my favorite pieces, so I would definitely like to look at that one.
888 on the floor. 5.7 mil OMI though on stacker.
Oh, okay. That's a bit too much for me here.
It has gone down though. I'm pretty sure this was a little over 1,000 not long ago.
Was it?
I think it was close to 1,100 or something like that. Pretty sure. Oh, yeah, show screen. So many buttons.
Yeah, one day I will definitely get that piece. I think it's so cool. That's such a cool piece.
I really hope he drops his second version. It's a new version now.
The one you've seen in Vegas?
Yeah, it's same character, but he's like holding a heart out in front of him like this. So
okay.
And the heart works perfectly for VeVe too. So am I the conqueror of Kangs yet? Yeah, you're stacking that piece. Oh, it's the rare or the ultra rare? Yeah, you are. 68. Is it true that Kang's first movie appearance was the Ant-Man, the recent Ant-Man movie? Do you know anything about that? I think that was his first appearance ever in a movie.
I'm not sure about that, to be fair.
Yeah, I think they hired.
I mean, the biggest bro has to know when he has like 68 of him.
They hired like the new actor to represent him, and then he got into trouble or something like that, and they had to fire him right after. $600 is like all-time low for self-made. Quantum Mania, yeah, that's it. That movie bombed too. Unbreakable Tomb statues.
Which are that?
I don't know. Oh, is this Toby? Yeah, Toby. These are cool. That's the secret rare. All right, guys, give us two more. Two more.
I mean, Tucson, Nana, shit. How was the name again? Tucson? Damn it.
Let's call him Arizona.
Yeah, okay. Arizona got 2 Grogos today. Which ones? Like the secret rare or the rare one? Yeah, I'm still happy I bought that one on drop. That was a good decision.
Was this a blind box or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Him and the Mandalorian were like were not blind box.
Did it sell out right away, or did you just happen to get it on drop? Like,
I'm not 100% sure, to be fair.
I guess that's the same thing. But 23 for the rare. Grogu is up. Check Miles. I believe Loki was first appearance in the MCU, but first movie was Ant-Man. Loki? Loki's first appearance was in Ant-Man? That's another one that I didn't know. We'll do Miles and we'll do one more.
And after that, we have to do like a quick set change here to bring on today's guest, guys, and talk about his collecting path, his passion, what he's looking at currently in the collecting world. How much is it?
20.
Ah, fuck off, man. But I honestly, at least I have the ultra rare. That's also pretty cool.
But if you don't want to spend 20, you can spend a measly 8,000 in OMI. If you want to save 12,000, you could buy it in OMI.
Oh, okay. On OMI, it's I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought in OMI it's 20.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
The VeVe floor is 20. The stacker floor price is 8. That's a very, very big difference.
Discount. It's
obviously still a lot, but yeah. All right, guys, let's hop over to our interview. So you want me to play the video and then you do your thing?
Yeah. But I need a little bit of time. Give me like at least a minute or so.
A minute? You better run. You better run.
Okay, I am, my friend.
Or how about just turn your camera off.
Yeah, I will do that. Wait a second.
Or just put your laptop down and I'll just stay in this scene.
Wait a second. Okay.
Boom. And then that way I can keep doing this while you do your thing.
Fair point.
Is Jan not reading his chat? Well, I think that probably answered that.
Oh, sorry guys. Today I didn't take a look at. Oh shoot, damn it, guys. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on.
Come over to my channel. Come over to my channel.
Sorry. Yeah.
JTEP, stay here. I scored 2 Grogus for about 150. That's good. Yeah, maybe we'll highlight his chat when Jan's back, we'll do that. Maybe gold and silver. Let me mute Jan. Said there was 4 sales of this. Yeah, it's back up at 12. So somebody bought the one at 7. I came over to Josh's channel. Hey, no, I'm going to give you crap. Why weren't you here to begin with? Why weren't you here to begin with? Huh? Canada's closer to Hawaii than Germany is. Just saying. I think. Yeah. Are you ready? You're good?
It's still working with the background. Why do I still set up my green screen every time?
Because I forgot that I have a setting on the camera that automatically removes your background. So
Right.
No, we're still gonna have to do it the other way though, I think.
Alrighty. Should we get our guest on? And
Because
guys, I'm sorry,
Jan's-
I totally missed my chat today. That was a really poor performance on my end here.
Okay, so I will switch us over to the other layout here. And we will bring on our guest. Jan, are you ready?
Yes, sir. All right, welcome, Chiller. Great to have you here. Awesome that you found the time to be here today and join us for a little collector talk here. Great to have you, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on, and the setup you guys just had a second ago with the desk and everything. That was so sweet. What in the world? That was amazing.
Trying to switch things up a little bit, but I got to take credit, or not take credit, give credit to the Burnt Peanut. I don't know if you've been seeing his content all over YouTube lately, but I can't get this guy off my phone. He's a gaming streamer who kind of does some of that stuff. So
Awesome.
got it from him. So, but appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, but you also have like really interesting backgrounds in your streams or your videos sometimes. So
It's totally AI and fake. That's it. When anytime anybody asks, they're like, "Yo, give a studio tour," and I'm like, behind me, an air freshener, some cards, and and some other stuff. But yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Awesome, man. So as I said, great to have you here. But for those of you who don't know you, give us an introduction of yourself and a little overview of your collecting journey. That would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So back in 2021, I actually ended up quitting my job. I was working in education and I started streaming everything around digital collectibles, specifically NBA Top Shot. When you had Pat McAfee bringing it up, Shaquille O'Neal, and all the broadcasters were saying, "Oh, NBA Top Shot that." And there was very few people doing content at the time. So I ended up getting partnered on Twitch from that and moved forward a couple of years. Obviously, we've had ebbs and flows of everything within the digital collecting space. So lately I've been covering a lot more on the physical side of things. So trying to do daily updates, streams, covering all of that. And I've been doing that for a couple of years now. And then I'm also working with the team at Synced, which is a collector's app that is coming out where if you go to a card show and you want to scan what the prices of cards are, that's basically what that's able to do. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like personal collecting, that's a really good question because I've gone through the I don't know what I want to collect phase pretty hard, where I've bought in a little bit of this, I've bought in a little bit of that. I found my old Digimon card collection as an example, as part of that. And again, with One Piece, I got introduced to that intellectual property this year of all things, even though I know a lot of people have gotten to it, even though it's been out for, I think, 25 plus years at this point, but a little bit of interest within everything for sure.
Okay, nice. Did you watch the new Netflix show?
I haven't yet. Okay, so here's the thing. This is going to sound so stupid. I've told myself that I'm only ever going to watch One Piece when I'm in the best mood possible because every single episode is so good, and I'm like, this. I don't want to lose it, even though there's like 1,000 episodes. So honestly, I've bought in some of the mangas and I've gone through, I think like the first 3 to 4 books, and for the episodes, I think I'm up to episode 9. So that shows how good, the mental state.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, it's funny.
All right, nice. And so you've said you're kind of collecting like everything a little bit, but you came from the digital collectibles world, as like myself as well, and I think Josh, you came through digital as well, right? Or have you been a big collector before? Not really, right?
Well, I think this whole digital collecting journey kind of made me realize that I was actually a physical collector. I just didn't realize it at the time, but I've definitely started collecting more digital than physical. But yeah, like coins back in the day. Yes, like little things like that.
So I mean, you've shifted like your focus from digital to everything to a mix of it, but what do you collect today in terms of digital stuff? Because you've mentioned Top Shots. Because like Josh and we are definitely from the VeVe ecosystem and the VeVe community.
Yeah, so I've followed along with VeVe a little bit. I haven't actually gotten anything on the VeVe platform. That's something that I probably should end up trying to do. But
100%.
So here's a little bit of a background that you guys might be familiar with as well. So I was really into Futureverse, which was a digital platform that had the partnerships with FC Barcelona, which again is a massive, massive soccer team. They had the Premier Fighters League, which is like a variant of the UFC on another part of the world, and a lot of other really, really big, interesting partnerships. And so I guess the investors or whoever was behind that ended up pulling the plug essentially. And so that entire community was kind of stuck. And you might be familiar with the Candy Digital platform that has Major League Baseball moments. It's got Stranger Things, Netflix, even though it's a single release that was barely anything, but it still existed there. And so that platform, I had a couple of cards in MLB on that, but everything ended up getting shut down. So I went through a phase myself where I really started kind of doubting some of the things around digital, because it was like, oh my goodness, if the funding gets pulled, if there's something that ends up happening, there's a lot of kind of risk that we haven't really experienced. But at the same time, you see NBA Top Shot is still kicking along. VeVe is expanding, still kicking along. And so that's where I went from super hardcore in the digital to physical only to now, okay, I'm kind of opening my mind up again, realizing that was kind of a sign of the times, if you will, because we have seen a lot of platforms struggle, but awesome to see VeVe and other ones still kicking on.
I mean, I have to ask, because you're now on the hot seat here, and you've said like you haven't bought anything on the VeVe app. Is there a specific reason why not? I mean, you can pick up a comic for like one gem. $1.
Okay, so actually they're right there. I think the money aspect, because that's just $1, right? Like gems.
No, not anymore. Now
not anymore. Okay,
are an in-app currency. Yeah,
gotcha. I mean, I guess knowing that like it's very easily accessible in terms of dollar cost wise, that may open up my eyes for it. I guess I don't find myself being super hardcore attached to any certain IP. Like I love following news and excitement around certain things, but I mean, for a lot of these bigger brands and whatnot, I'm somebody that ends up playing like League of Legends, hanging out, playing card games, and that's sort of it. So I think for myself, I've just not really gotten into as many big TV shows, movies. And I mean, even for One Piece, again, as I've said, I've only watched, the first 9 of them, but I absolutely love it when I've jumped into it. So yeah, that's a great question. I guess the fact that I thought it was more expensive than it was, but I've done some bits like covering where you guys had like the Cookie Monster drop at once, which I think was like one of the very first ones. And so there's a lot of like cool historical pieces associated with it. But I guess, I should probably go out and pick something up.
I mean, you've said like you thought there were more expensive pieces. I mean, you can also buy something. I mean, the last collectible we've looked at, the Miles Morales Secret Rare, is like up for 20,000 gems.
Well, wasn't there a Darth Vader one that just sold? It was like a record as well, not too long.
Number 77.
Yeah. I remember seeing. I remember seeing that vividly. Yeah.
So you're starting to have like specific mint numbers sell for higher values, but you can still buy into a lot of those collectibles at lower amounts if you're not looking for the mint. But
And also, you could use just like the easiest way. You could use mine or Collectors Gone Digital's like affiliate code. Then you get like 10 gems for free and can honestly.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Hell
you
yeah.
can
Well,
buy
yeah. Send me
something
the link after. Then I'll take a look.
Yeah,
for sure.
I will do that. So it's just an easy way to dip your toes in it, because like
Oh, I wanted to ask just real quick, because I know you mentioned how you kind of had that moment where you were questioning digital. What made you kind of, I guess, stick with digital and not just stray away from it? Like why are you still here, I guess, is my question.
I think honestly, there's so many people that are still doing content around it, like you guys as an example. Like I think the biggest fear of some of the I don't know the right phrase of it, but like the non-mainstream collectible platforms, right? So we'll just say NFTs as a general, right? If you look at like the quote unquote Web3 NFTs, a lot of those communities have completely died off. And to see that there's still those being interested in it, still putting out content, still really pushing forward. And while we have some platforms that have, cratered, other ones are still continuing on. And I think the environment was probably one of the biggest problems. And this happened with NBA Top Shot too, where for a little bit of a history, in the early days of the end of 2020 into 2021, there was a point where the platform had about 3,000 to 4,000 users. And it was suddenly doubling to triple every 1 or 2 days, if not more. So it went from 5,000 users upwards to 100,000 in a very, very quick mantra. Everybody was excited. There was a community a part of it. Like for myself, I was doing the streams where people were just showing what they got. And so I'm curious if you guys end up doing that as well for when you have these different sales. But there was a huge community element to it. And I've been thinking, I think going forward, the world's in like a very negative headspace, and you'll see it on a daily basis. If somebody looks mad, they try to smile. It's 50-50 if somebody's going to smile back to you. And if we have free time, all we want to do is hang out with people that are fun. You know what I mean? Like we're not wanting to try to be depressed out here. We're wanting to have a good time with people. And that got ruined when Top Shot completely collapsed. Everybody hated each other. Nobody had any fun. And that's was the exact same thing with the broader Web3 NFT space. And I think that now, kind of as the dust is settling, you're still seeing those diehards like you guys, where you're still around, still paying attention, and still trying to create some good vibes that people are going to get attracted to. So there's no way that it's going to stop from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think like we had like the exact same move in the VeVe community, like really, really sick hype, and then like I would say a slower die down. But I think now over the last couple of months and years, like as you said, diehard community is still here. The people who really enjoy that collecting hobby here in the digital format. And I also think like the hype came because like a lot of money was involved back in the beginning of 2021. We have to be honest on that front. I mean, a lot of money was involved. And if like the money aspect and the gambling aspect is gone, I guess a lot of people left like the digital.
Well, I mean, for NBA Top Shot, one of the problems was the fact that you couldn't even withdraw money. Like, well, the early days, like the legality or whatever of how they had their system set up, that was one of the purveyors of it. But I mean, okay, so let's reverse roles. I know that I'm supposed to be interviewed, but let me interview you guys. If you're going to say, here's my grail of grails on the VeVe platform, what would it be for each of you?
For me, it's the partner statue. Yeah, for me, it's the partner statue. If we're talking about the collectible side, like the physical, or not the physical, the figurines.
So when you're saying partner statue, what does that mean? Like, that?
I'm going to share my screen here with you.
The first appearance of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse on the blockchain.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, that piece is so significant in our personal views.
Yeah, and I think something important to mention too is that this is based off of the physical statue in the parks.
Okay.
This is the main statue you see when you walk into the Disney park. I forget which one. I think it's Magic Kingdom, but it's in all of their parks around the world as well. It's like the main statue, and engraved on it is one of Walt Disney's like quotes about like making sure he wanted to keep Disney fun and stuff like that. But yeah, so they pretty much turned it into a digital golden statue.
And just to be clear, that is a 3D digital statue. That is not a 2D image. So you can put it in AR, take photos with it, etc. And there are only 4,333.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it something that's like a high mint, low mint? But okay, 4,000. So in terms of like, I guess rookie moments, if you will, for Top Shot, it was something where they had them at 4,000 moments. Do you guys see where they're releasing? Sorry, excuse me, where there is like a massive amount of supply for most of the drops, or have they kind of limited? Because that was one of the biggest issues with Top Shot's like quote unquote downfall, is they just oversupplied the hell out of the market, thinking the demand was gonna end up keeping up.
So let me explain it this way. I came in season 1. Jan, you came in season 1 too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
April 2021.
This was during a time where all prices in the market were low. There were still collectibles available to buy from the store page, like they weren't fully sold out, and user base was super small. Then you had the same influx that you described with Top Shot on VeVe. User base went up, prices went up, all the collectibles that weren't sold out. And we're talking about edition sizes where collectibles had like 10,000, 12,000 each. Todd was the first collectible to drop on VeVe that has 7,500. So a collectible with 10,000 editions back when the app launched wasn't crazy. Like the DeLorean has 21 or 20 something thousand editions. All those collectibles sold out, all the floor prices for them went up. And then as prices started to pull back and the user base started to go down a bit during that period, VeVe started to reduce the sizes of their drops as well. So a lot of the newer stuff that they've dropped on the app have smaller editions than what they were dropping back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, significantly smaller numbers. Yeah, I mean, print runs of 1,000, etc. And you also have like the different rarities in the collectibles. So
keeping in mind as well that a lot of what they're dropping still have first appearance tags on the blockchain, and their edition sizes are still dropping. So.
I do love the aspect whenever there's kind of like a little extra symbol or something that kind of signifies, hey, this is rare. Because again, you're going through like the physical side, and it's like it's almost impossible unless you have like a historical record that you can go over. So I do think from the blockchain aspect, there was some really cool happenings. But I guess to throw out a general thought, we saw about a week ago where Darren Rovell put out a study or poll, whatever it was, and this was I think off of X, but it was where I think it was 95% of Gen Z or just younger people had physical collectible collections only. And then we still have the stigma where I'm assuming you guys have been uploading clips and posting stuff on every different platform. YouTube's insane for the absolute beatings they give. But anytime that I do post something about digital, there's always some sort of like negative connotation or perspective that somebody shares. And do you guys have any thoughts of like how you fix the stigma around it?
I think this stigma will fix itself over time. We've talked about it earlier because I said like 99% of people think digital collectibles and NFTs are a scam because of like the sick hype phase in 2021. And I think people need to get more educated around the fact that you can actually own something digital. And I mean, the generation that comes after us, the Gen Zers, I mean, they all collect digital stuff, Fortnite skin, Roadblocks skins, weapons in the Counter-Strike or whatever. And I think like the transition over from like digital collecting that you don't really own into digital collecting you own will be self-explanatory over time. But yeah, that is in my point of view, like a really, really important point to solve. Yeah, Josh.
How big into gaming are you? You mentioned World of Warcraft.
Pretty big. Well, I mean, so yeah, I played World of Warcraft before, but like quickly on the Futureverse point, they were supposed to launch a Ready Player One game that was going to introduce the idea of like Fortnite, but done with like digital collectibles that have some kind of meaning to it. But sorry, keep going with your thought.
No, dude, I'm right there with you. I was big on that project too. It was really, really, disappointing when that news came, but. I think gamers understand this stuff the best because you have games like CSGO that is also now having another wave of popularity or it's in the spotlight right now again. But you buy guns on that game like weapon cases, and you can pull gun camos that are worth thousands of dollars, right? I think there's a knife in the game that's worth over $1 million, and you don't actually own the stuff that you have in the game, right? So I think, and this is why I think gamers understand it best, is because once you understand that if you play a game, you leave the game, but you keep what you actually had, you don't lose it, right? Or let's say the business goes under the next day and all the items that you've worked for the past year are gone. That's the moment that clicks with a lot of younger people. When I got into VeVe, I was 23. That was the biggest reason. I come from the gaming space, but to Jan's point, I think it's just going to be a time factor. It's like a breakup. It's like the biggest thing that heals is time. And I think that's honestly what it is. So
are you guys familiar with Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult? It was a crypto game at a point. They had a pretty big studio. They were supposed to be on like Xbox, PlayStation. It was like Bison or Buffalo. There was some, again, massive studio that was associated with it. They did comics and all this other stuff. And they did like a mint on ordinals where, again, they got like $1 million. But I recently interviewed their founder, who they put out that their MMORPG was on pause, which we'll see what ends up coming of that. But it was wild to hear the behind the scenes, because they were very, very open within that interview, stating the fact that they originally had a bigger publisher for their comic, but on the day before they were supposed to sign the big deal, that studio found out that there was NFTs involved and they backed out of it, which was like, oh my God. And then for everything else, it was like, just not being able to find a path to sustainability. But to your point of like gamers recognizing, hey, these have value and whatnot, I think for the digital collecting, and I don't know like how VeVe would do this in like the best way, and even NBA Top Shot struggled sort of with that as well. They've tried to do different things, but the ability to use the digital assets and experience that you like enjoy and want to play every day, right? Like I log on and I play like League of Legends a few times a week, and I've bought the skins in there, and I love playing the game, and I want to look at cool, whatever, have that flex, if you will, or just kind of something that's different that stands out. But I don't know how in the heck crypto gaming ends up coming out of this when there's just been so many of them that have struggled. But it seems like IP that are just, you know, hey, these are digital collectibles are seemingly fine, where the ones that were supposed to have some kind of a use case like are just awful. And I find that a really weird kind of perspective.
Yeah, I don't think though that anything that's happening right now is unusual. I think it's a normal part of the technology innovation curve, or whatever it's called, where you have a bit of a jump at first with the initial adopters, and then you have uncertainty right after. I think that, like, even if you use Amazon as an example, because Amazon has been compared to VeVe in some way, where VeVe started with collectibles, they then introduced comics, then one-of-one artworks, then sports and music, and they're kind of introducing categories the same way Amazon started with books, and they're introducing more categories, right? Amazon started at like less than $1, their stock, right? It shot up to $1 something and then dropped to like 10 cents for 3-4 years before it shot back up, right? It's just part of that cycle of like early adopters, uncertainty, then the mass comes in, right? And then it slowly starts to die off after that. So in terms of the projects that have come into the picture and then left, I think it's just part of the process. Some businesses are going to come in, pave the way a little bit, push the benchmark forward. They're going to fail, and then the next business that comes in is going to help push the benchmark forward again until there's just more and more, and it's easier and easier. But I think right now it's just we're in that, and especially considering the fact that we're talking about a space that's kind of paving the way, like it's a new industry, right? There's going to be a lot of that uncertainty, a lot of that trying to do something and then failing over and over and over again until it just works. So
yeah. Sorry guys for what I've did here. Like my microphone went out, so I had to plug it in. I'm so sorry for that. But on the point Josh made, I mean, we are currently also looking at at VeVe potentially going public. So that could also like be a really like big and important driver for like trust and adoption on the VeVe side.
I think another big factor though is trying to introduce platforms or experiences where the user doesn't know that they're using the blockchain. VeVe did this at first. Like all you needed to do was like put your credit card in and you just start buying. So it was really easy to just get started. Another example in the gaming space is Off the Grid, if you know that game. So Off the Grid, that has crypto, but when you sign up to that game, it creates the wallet for you without you even having to do anything, right? You sign into the game for the first time and you have your wallet ID at the top right.
Off the Grid is still ripping? That's interesting. I didn't even realize that.
They're paving the way for blockchain gaming.
Really?
They're still at the front. They're still at the front.
Okay, cool. I feel like I haven't seen it like posted on the time. See, this is the whole marketing aspect of everything feels like it's so much needed, right? Like it's awesome what you guys are doing, but it's weird to think that like how needed that is. Of like having some kind of hype, having somebody that has that like initial introduction to something. Because like for here as an example, right? Like I could go on after this and like, you know, buy a couple things on VeVe and then boom, okay, I was introduced. But the amount of effort in theory that you guys had to put in of like, okay, I found this other guy that used to be in digital collectibles. I got him on the stream and then I gave him my referral link and told him that it's going to be relatively inexpensive. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy versus like some people that just have like that motion of being able to like talk about something and going from there. But also, on like a side note that I just remembered, so I went and I looked through like my entire X following, and more than 50% of my followers have not been active in the past like 4 or 5 years back when the heyday was. So it was about 10,000 accounts. And so now we see, you know, those big KOL accounts that are like tweeting about certain things. I'm like, I think 80% of these followers are fake, but they, you know, they keep getting these things. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we're in the dead internet theory. We're experiencing that right now, but more people are fake than real online now. So, and X is definitely a place where there's a lot of those bot accounts and stuff like that.
I think so too. Definitely.
Yeah.
On the point that you've mentioned that it's kind of hard to get people in. I mean, VeVe is trying to introduce like different pathways. For example, an affiliate program. You also have like in the app, when you are like a regular user, you can like show a friend a QR code. The friend gets 5 gems, etc. So they are trying to find new ways to get people interested. And I think like the main unlock would be when like all the big IPs VeVe has like really support like the move into the digital space.
That's it. It feels like everybody's just like on their own. Like nobody's really sharing, helping out, trying to put. I mean, so for argument's sake, I guess Disney Plus sort of is for Disney Pinnacle, but I guess maybe they have a different agreement with the once a month free pen.
But it's the hesitation you were talking about before, like how the company pulled out when finding NFTs. That's happened to VeVe as well. There was a brand called Cthulhu that pulled out when their audience gave them crap for getting involved with NFTs, and then they ended up canceling their partnership. So, but yeah, again, I think that's just part of the process. I think there's going to be a day and a time where those brands that did walk away will come back, and it's just going to be when there's more brands involved. So.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, we've talked about our favorite grail, like the partner statue, because of the significance of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. But for me, like my number 2 and 3 are like Darth Vader, and Miles Morales. So I mean, you have like really big characters on the platform. So.
Now, I know people in the chat are going to give us crap for this because we are talking about just the collectible side here. But on the comic side, we have things like Marvel Comics #1, which is the first ever Marvel comic released in 1939. So they've released a lot of their like OG first appearance issues. Fantastic Four #1. AF-15
the first Hulk is an incredible read, by the way. If anybody has Marvel Unlimited, the very first Hulk is actually pretty solid.
The Incredible Hulk #1.
Yeah. So on Marvel Unlimited, do you have it?
Do you mean this one here?
Holy smokes, you have it.
That is a reprint. That is a reprint. That's not an original.
Okay. Yeah.
I got that reprint because I have the comic in the VeVe app, and you can read it in the VeVe app as well, like with AR or a comic reader. for
Hell
example.
yeah. Not super cool. Nice. Yeah, I remember buying. I don't know what the hell the motivation was. Like, I definitely go through stages of I want to go skateboarding. I want to play the drums. I want to read comics. And one day I bought it. I think it was like $15 a month or whatever. And I just went back trying to read like the old ones. The same with the X-Men. Like they were really good.
Yeah. And if you take a look at the Marvel Comics #1, the common cover variant, because VeVe has different cover variants, that was one of like the earlier drops on VeVe. So with a like significantly higher print run. Okay, that is the secret rare cover now, but that is only 600 editions. And like the common one we've looked into at the beginning, that has like 48,000 editions. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
48,000. Yeah.
Wait, why does one person have 681? Is that normal?
It is normal on this app. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. People are stacking.
Yeah.
Like especially the Grails.
There are still a lot of diehards around with VeVe, so people who were here in season 1 are still here, which is good to see. So.
Yeah. And I mean, like what you've mentioned beforehand with the community around Top Shots, that like it was fun, everyone was happy, everyone was friendly to each other. That's still the case in the VeVe community. I mean, obviously, in every community, you have a few people that are hating, but like overall, I've never experienced something in my life like the VeVe community in terms of welcoming this. Is that the right word?
He knows what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So that's honestly pretty cool, and yeah, they're also really engaged. And by the way, guys, if you like the interview we do here, also check Chilla out on X and give him a follow. Is it at Chillaverse on X?
Yeah, you got her. I need that. I was so. I don't know why. I was back when all the digital stuff was happening in Futureverse. I was like, that seems like because before I just had it like as my like full name, but I was like, yeah, having a verse on the end, that sounds like a good idea. And then the Futureverse thing did not. And
yeah.
For SEO reasons, it's probably not a bad idea to have verse in the name. A lot of projects are like that now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Well, it's almost like a video game, because I'm trying to think of like for Overwatch, if you guys ever played that, people used to have like their name and then OW at the end, and I think they did it with RuneScape too, or the RS. It was like a very common thing, human nature over the years, eh?
That's funny.
Jan,
do you have any other questions on your list?
Wait a second. I'm trying to send his link in the chat here.
But I do appreciate you guys having on. It's always cool to kind of come out, because normally I just solo bolo for the most part, but it's cool being able to talk to you guys. So again, I appreciate the invite.
No, thanks for taking the time, man. It's always interesting talking to people who don't know much about the project as well. It's refreshing. So
yeah, getting other perspectives is always a good thing. Ah, damn it! I have to go to your YouTube too. Oh, wait a second.
There, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Yeah. So I mean, we've covered a lot about like how you got into collecting, etc., and like your fandoms, what you've looking for in collecting. And also, honestly, I would like to hear, when you check out VeVe, what like your first impression is when you like really dive in a little bit. Just give it like an hour or so and just checking out what there is. I would be interested in like, where do you see like I would say 5 to 10 years in front of us in terms of the collecting space, physical and digital? Because like we've seen a couple of killer collectibles sales. I mean, Josh and I interviewed the guy who sold like Action Comics #1 for $15 million.
Holy smokes! Okay, big players on that front.
Yeah. It wasn't his comic, but it went through his. How you said, he was the curator? Is it the right word?
Yeah, but you know what, man? Like, that's another thing with VeVe, not to like boost them up too much, but I mean, they introduce you to people like that. Like Vincent Zorzolo is the guy, he was the broker for that sale. And our community knows Vincent really well because he's dropped his comics on the platform and he's been engaged with our community. So That's the only reason we were really able to talk to him and interview him, is because we've been kind of introduced to him through his drops and stuff like that. And that's like one example of many on the platform.
Well, that's the idea though with blockchain. Like the whole notion that we had was, oh my God, it's like breaking down barriers. And I know I keep mentioning NBA Top Shot, but just for reference, like you were able to talk and meet players. Like LaMelo Ball launched his own NFT collection where you could then go and hang out with him in a voice chat sort of deal. And we had so much of that. And then when the communities and whatnot kind of slowed down, it just wasn't kind of the same anymore, which was kind of sad. But that's awesome. That's so awesome to hear that you guys have been connected through other people, and the barriers are still getting broken down.
Yeah, and I mean, for example, Vincent is like one of the biggest comic brokers in America, definitely. So I mean, he is like he sold, what did he say, over 30 Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Superman in the comics.
Yeah, so like, ridiculous like that.
He knows his game. So that was quite interesting. But back to the original question. Where do you see the future of physical and digital collecting? Because, for example, Kevin O'Leary is now rocking like this board card. Logan Paul sold his Pokemon card for a staggering amount, etc. And we see even more of those kind of sales.
So funny enough, just for a fun little tidbit, the Pikachu Illustrator card that Logan Paul sold that was the PSA 10, there was actually an auction that just ended like 2 or 3 days ago where one that was an 8.5 grade sold for like $700,000. So to look at the difference of somehow that one got like 16.2 million, and this one got 700,000 for small little great jet. I don't know. There's something kind of weird about that, but I guess it is what it is when there's only like below 50 cards of them, and one of them is a PSA 10, even though that was the biggest issue. Sorry, I keep ranting. So Kevin O'Leary.
Wait, one. Sorry.
Fire
on that point, I think like the celebrity factor also plays like a kind of important role on the Logan Paul card, right?
Well, I mean, even for the Kevin O'Leary card, he's now coming out saying that it is doubled in price, essentially, for him putting that in like a jewel encased.
He said it was like 30 million or something.
Yeah, I think 25 to 50 or so.
If you're going to buy the card, I'm not trying to buy the jewelry, buddy. I'm trying to buy the card. I don't care about the jewelry, but if it's a grail for himself, I guess he can say whatever on that front. But I mean, we're seeing people that are spending insane amounts every single day. You'll go on and you'll see that there's a record sale. There was one for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the NBA where he just had a record. There was a SpongeBob card that's of Squidward, a Screaming Squidward card that sold for $50,000, and that is a record for a SpongeBob card. We can go down the list, and every single day, whether it be Jokic, whether it be Messi, whether it be anybody, we are continuing to see these record sales. So does that mean that we are in the froth of froth? Because now my problem is every time I do a stream, I'm like, okay, guys, I've lived this before, and there's like almost too many signs that it's like, this might end up being a problem. But it's the same questions and comments that we made around Web3, thinking, okay, if we have governments that end up changing, if we change as people of what we value as a currency, and we don't have this paper money, and it goes to these hard, real assets, however you define real in this context, the whole world gets flipped on its head. And so we're kind of, the crypto and NFTs and everything used to be cyberpunk, if you will, and now it doesn't have that at all. But still, that notion of, okay, we don't really know how the world's going to go, and people might end up trying to take everything back here, and we're sort of positioned in a way where we can take the most advantage of that. And within the collectible space, it's just highlighting, hey, this is happening, and it's happening really, really fast.
Well said. Yeah, because there was another Charizard, I think, that sold for 1.8 or 1.9 million too, a week and a half ago or something like that.
The whole idea around the golden auction was that there was multiple different lots that were for sale, but none of them got any attention except for the Logan Paul one, which was insane.
He said something about how he sold like 30 million in collectibles after that auction, though, or something, through his store. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, big success. But Kevin also knows what he's doing with his. It's all the marketing. It's just marketing for him.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't care about the chain, I don't think. It's just he wants to get that out, show it around, and then that'll probably help push the price a bit. But
yeah. And I mean, you only need in those cases, you only need like one person who's willing to pay a significant amount. So because those are kind of one of ones. So yeah, definitely. But I believe we will see a lot of more of those sales over the next couple of months and years. I mean, Gary V is pushing collectibles hard. I mean, I've recently saw the post with one of the Kardashians buying Pokemon cards together with Steve Aoki, and yeah, I mean, some people would say this could be the top, but I don't think so, to be fair.
I mean, he's got a hell of a track record, but yeah, ultimately, I think to the point earlier of people want to go where it's fun. I mean, all of that is fun, right? Like going to the card shows, connecting with people, having something in common. Obviously, there's TV shows and whatnot you can find people, but it's a little bit different, and just the sheer amount of people that no matter where you go in the world, everybody's got trading cards at this point, and it's I don't know. I think it's just good vibes, and people want to be around that.
Yeah, 100%. Next week on Friday, there's like the opening of the biggest trading card shop in Germany here around my corner, and I will go there with like 2 friends. So I'm really excited.
Well, hopefully we get a live blog of you going through that. I mean, I'm excited.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You say opening of the store?
Yeah.
I don't really see that too often nowadays.
No, and it's like 45 minutes drive from my home place. So it's like from a square meter thing, like the biggest card shop in Germany.
Well, I think for card shops in general, we're starting to see a lot of them. And I've gone around and I've done a couple of different interviews with vendors. And if anybody ends up following and you meander around to the YouTube channel, I have some of those. I'm going to upload shorts of them. But it was really weird to hear the response from all of them of like, okay, hey, how'd you get into it? All of them are like, yeah, I collected as a kid, kept doing it, and now they're worth a lot. And then half the people are like, yeah, like we're literally opening a store because the margins are so insane. And so that's the thing to remember, is that you're seeing where if you can end up buying at MSRP, or you're getting a deal on something, or you find somebody on Facebook Marketplace it's selling for whatever, you like the flippability of these things is insane. Like the Pokemon market is so liquid. And I think that's probably the biggest caveat or issue, I suppose, with a lot of these digital platforms is Bam Adebayo. The other day, he had like 83 points, which was like the second all-time NBA record. Will Chamberlain had 100, but for Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat, I think there was like 21 NBA Top Shot moments that sold. I think there was 36,000 physical cards that sold that same night, as a kind of just an idea of what the physical card space has in terms of liquidity and people moving back and forth within that. So once that sort of volume and liquidity comes back in the digital space, I think the conversation opens up a lot more. I don't know how you bring in those floodgates, but I think looking at that comparison of just the Bam Adebayo digital collectibles compared to physical, I was like, oh my God.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That's like really significant difference, definitely. But I think like we would also need some. We've speculated in a couple of shows before. The Ken Golden from he also commented under one of our not ours but from the community's post, because someone was asking when can we auction off a partner statue on Golden. So, and he responded,
I did a video on that, and then the VeVe community, you guys are crazy. I just had like the video. Normally, I maybe get like 50 to 100 of like X when it shows live. That thing was pushing 1,000, and I was like, I had one person that was from VeVe that commented about it, and then wham! So you guys definitely got the energy.
That right there sums our community up. Right.
Yeah,
there.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So maybe if you get hooked after checking VeVe out later today, you make a little bit more content, because we all always need new content creators in our community. And I mean, you've experienced it on your video. I mean, the VeVe community is awesome, as I said before.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree.
Are there any collectibles you are currently keep an eye on, or like a dream collectible, physical or digital, in what you would like to own?
I don't even know what the heck I'd like to own at this point. Like, it's one of those things where like I'm not kidding when I say like I don't really know like what my hardcore interest is right now. So I've been covering this stuff, but I don't know if there's anything that's like, yes, I absolutely want to go out and buy this or that. And I think part of it is just we're in an era where there's just so much to buy. Yeah. Like, my issue with Magic the Gathering, if anybody played that card game, is I got extremely addicted to it for like 2-3 months. And then it was, oh, hey, a new set's coming out and the cards are rotating. And you're like, hey, you got to go buy these new things. And like, I don't mind about learning a new card set, but if I have to go out and continue to spend, several $100s every couple of months, I'm like, okay, I don't really know how to feel about that. But then you extrapolate it and say, okay, you know what? I'm just a general fan of everything. And then you have everything X Lego collab. You have everything X Croc collab. And then we can, it's like a video game where there's like a tree skill and it's like 500,000 different options that you can pick from. And I feel we're at a point where it's almost like underwhelming. And I think the super fan is going to be what people are going to attract, like brands. They're going to need to find how to figure out how to make like the super fan a super fan, because there is so many distractions, so many different things that people can come into. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. You asked earlier about like, why haven't I jumped on the VeVe platform? I'm like, well, I don't know. There's like 506 different things I could end up doing collectibles, whether we choose from digital. And again, now we have different platforms that are tokenizing the cards as well, which goes back to the liquidity problem of people saying, well, these platforms are cool, but I pretty much always have to sell it back to the platform itself because there's not enough buyers otherwise. And I don't know. I think it's just the world's too abundant. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm currently facing this with AI. So you learn one AI, there's a new one by next week, and then you try to implement a system and you have to download 10 different platforms with 10 different subscriptions.
I hate subscriptions.
Oh man, it's over. I was looking at my list of subscriptions the other day and I got to filter it. But yeah, it's too many options to your point.
Yeah.
Jan, do you have any other questions on your list?
Wait, let me check real quick.
I feel like we had more questions.
Could you like do you have a few collectibles on hand in your background that you would like to show, or
on the background? Okay, well, here's a random one. Here's a mug of Cincinnati Reds that I have next to here. Randomly, let me go see if I can grab thing. One sec.
Yeah. And guys, by the way, if you enjoy this this interview so far, also please write down your questions in the chat, and we will take a look at those questions as well. And for those who are looking on my channel, guys, I'm sorry, today is not my day. I'm trying to keep an eye on my chat here as well. So if you're down, please also put some questions for him in the chat, and then we will get them to him.
Let's make sure to go over your chat before we close the show out.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the topic of One Piece, which apparently these are going for like a decent amount of money if you have it like graded, and I wish that I realized that when I bought it a year ago. But the first One Piece manga, so if anybody's had the opportunity to read it, we'll see if I can open the front page. If you're familiar with the show, you've probably seen where there's like that opening scene with the Roger character. Yeah. And so Gold it's like Roger. That's just what it shows. Yeah, Gold Roger just shows in there. But yeah, kind of small, whatever. This one, if you're a fan of the Vibes TCG, this is also what the Van Eck account has on X as their PFP, but they've done Vibes as like a TCG. I've done a whole bunch of different collectibles, and so I got this one as grade 8. And then also on the card front, are you guys Stranger Things fans or no?
No, I've never watched the show.
I mean, I've watched it, but to be fair, I really disliked it.
Wow, that's a red card. Oh my goodness. So I ended up buying, so there's been a couple of releases, not too many, but for Stranger Things, these are the Topps High Tech, which is some like acetate film on them, but I think they're super cool. And then going back for the One Piece conversation, I did go out and I tried to find some of the like anniversary cards as part of it. Cool. So
nice.
Those are that, and then started a little bit of a Slam magazine one. But these are the top two here are from like the Shonen magazine that I got imported from Japan. That cost way too much on shipping and the import fee that I didn't realize when I initially bought it. So yeah, just an FYI, if you end up trying to buy any of those cool cards and whatnot from another country, just be aware you might end up paying for it without realizing.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Thanks for showing your a few collectibles here. What is like a topic that you would like to talk about, maybe more in a discussion with us in terms of like the collecting space or the digital collecting space?
Yeah. So everybody's talking. I mean, the main conversation right now, if you look on X, is people saying Pokemon cards are like NFTs. So flat out, without any extra context, what's your thought on people saying that Pokemon cards are the same as NFTs?
I mean, it's just wrong, because Pokemon cards are physical and NFTs are like technically a digital contract. So I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Not to mention you're talking about a shiny piece of cardboard that could be fraudulent.
Yeah.
That's okay. So let's steer the other way. I don't know if you guys seen the meme when the card's like veering off the highway and then it's got the thing. We're going to veer off to the other side for a second. So I think that is going to be the biggest thing that ends up driving digital interest. Is there's going to be some massive sale that ends up being fraudulent, that is going to make some national news of some sort. And like, take it for an example. Let's say either the Logan Paul Pikachu or the Kevin O'Leary card. Just again, we're pie in the sky craziness here. Imagine one of those is fake and it gets out there. Now that would never happen because they would just say, "Oh, it's real," and then keep going with it no matter what.
Yeah,
but I think when there's something that ends up having like serious ramifications, because on the topic of every day you're seeing different headlines, different sales, different records. That's the other thing. Big time card show vendors are saying, "Hey, I just got swindled on this that I didn't realize. So let me show you what to watch out for." And sometimes it's like, "Oh, the card thickness, this or that." I'm like, if you're a new person going to a card show, which like I was, like, you can't tell if somebody's swindling.
Yeah, definitely not.
Like, you have no friggin' idea. So I think that that's going to be one of the biggest things. It's like, is there a way that the world figures out how to properly authenticate things in a very easy way? Like, how do you do it on your phone, right? Because it's like the touch, it's the look. There's so many different things. Do you bring scanners for it? Like, how in the world do you fix that? And so that's my thought. And I'm curious if you guys kind of agree with that. Is there going to be a major headline of authenticity problems that drives people towards digital authentication?
I wouldn't be surprised. That's actually kind of already happened in the past. During the COVID times, Logan bought another Pokemon card and ended up being two pieces just glued together.
Oh yeah.
Ripped it, put his arm through the glass, and that was a big deal. But there was also a bunch of other stuff happening at the same time. I think that the West is typically behind places like China and the Middle East, or like places like Dubai. In Dubai, you could buy a car and a house with Bitcoin. And I don't know if you can go that far in China, but they definitely have things that we don't over here. Having a big sale that ends up being fraudulent, I think could be huge for a space like this. But I also think that adoption in other industries could help as well. So more adoption in the real estate space, more adoption in the car space. I used to work in the car.
I like that thought.
I used to work in the car space, and the biggest issue, and I can speak on this because I was in charge of like flipping the dealership. So I came into a dealership that was just bombing sales. They were selling about 10 to 12 cars per month. And none of the people in the dealership had a digital background. So website was crap, social media posts were crap. I flipped it all, and they went from selling 10 to 12 to between 70 and 80 cars a month. Okay. That right there was like a big eye opener for me, that the car industry is so far behind. Like, they don't even have a process still, at least in Canada, where you can buy a car from start to finish online. right?
Are you Canadian too? Hell yeah.
I saw your post in Scarborough. I'm in St. Catharines, Niagara Falls.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're super close to me.
I on a side note, the amount of Canadians within like the digital asset space is probably like second, like easily. It's insane. It's insane.
Many Americans don't even know this, but Canada was ahead of the States when it comes to like Bitcoin and all that stuff.
Look at that.
Hey, we've had the Bitcoin ETFs for years, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know. That's what I remember seeing all the headlines. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, am I just stupid? I remember that we've had these forever, and I could like buy them on Wealthsimple or whatever. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
So yeah, I think adoption into more spaces like that would definitely help.
Yeah, and also think about it. What like this technology could unlock for the IPs itself. First of all, reoccurring revenue from every single sale. That's like massive amounts of money. So if you sell one Pokemon pack, okay, you sell it once, and then this card gets sold for $16.4 million. Pokemon gets nothing from that. And on the NFT side, they get their royalties.
You guys should get hired. I don't know how much you get paid. You should get hired and get a salary raise.
No, we don't get paid enough. Let's put it that way. And Ronnie, to your point here, dude, like Nissan. I worked for Nissan and Infinity. Nissan manufactures the cars, but they're in charge of all the rules and regulations for their dealerships as well. So if I own a Nissan dealership or an Infinity dealership, despite me being the owner of the dealership, I still have to answer to Nissan. So it still goes back to the manufacturers.
Okay, I go on. Second point, just think about what kind of really significant benefits besides like the reoccurring revenue part those companies have, because everything is transparent on the blockchain. So for example, Marvel could take a look at your specific blockchain address and see like, okay, that guy only collects Iron Man stuff or whatever. You pick your fandom. So they have like a perfect avatar of yourself that they could remarket with newest Iron Man products, newest movie tickets, whatever. Or they could offer you like specific how do you say it? They could give you specific bonuses on your collection, for example, because they know you are a hardcore Iron Man fan, as an example here. So like the marketing costs would go down so dramatically in terms of thinking about what is my specific avatar I want to purchase, because they already know, because they can see what you have in your wallet.
Like a new form of connect. Well, okay, so to take that, I guess, like a step further, there was, try to make this somewhat quick. So I had a friend that I knew in person that knew that I was into NFTs. And so randomly they hit me up one day and they were like, hey, you're in NFTs, right? And I'm like, yes. And we get into this discussion and it blew my mind. The first thing they say is, so I work in animation and my boss wants to do NFTs. I'm like, okay, can you explain? They're like, well, what we've been doing, and it's a Canadian studio as well, and they're like, well, what we've been traditionally doing, we've not really found success with it. And the boss, to get in like some of the details, it's a little bit juicier. They're like, yeah, so you'd end up working for free, and then once the mint sells out, then you get paid. And I'm like, oh, hold on a second, you gotta make sure you know what you're getting into, especially as somebody that's not into anything, right? And they're like, I'd be in charge of community, and I'm like, in my head, like, okay, I could maybe like get you connected with like a couple people that might be somewhat interested in what you're doing, just as like community members. But going in like completely blank, that's going to be a problem for you to figure out. And I think, for your comment about like how the transparency, being able to see everything in the connection. And I was like, okay, hold on a second. So obviously our first thought is the boss is doing this because they want money. But we've talked to other people like Claynosaurs and some of these other projects like VFriends that are the digital entertainment media in general is changing to have that opportunity where you're able to connect. So then I started kind of retracting a little bit, and I'm like, okay, so like the payment thing's the biggest issue, but holy crap, like if we're having people that aren't really into NFTs realizing we need to have a different business model, is that because A, it's a money thing, or B, that like the industries and what people actually want and how to get somebody connected to it is changing, and we're kind of living through that, like to Josh's point, like the awkward phase right now of like we're just kind of in the time where these things are kind of ebbs and flowing. Yeah. But it was a really eye-opening conversation to me of just like, yeah, man, I'm looking at this negatively, but it's really just about how you can stay connected to these things, and then the brands take advantage of knowing how connected you are.
Dude, speaking of staying connected, do you know the weird looks people probably got when they saw somebody talking on a phone, like a cell phone for the first time?
That's a great point.
In public, right? And those people who probably had the money to have the cell phone, right, had to deal with all the weird looks until it was normal.
Yeah.
And I think the same exact thing. You're going to keep saying NFT until somebody goes from, oh, shut up to, okay, tell me more.
Yeah, I think so too. Depends on when it will happen, but I think like tomorrow will be more digital than today. So I think the digital aspect of it, and just if you think a step further, I mean, I think we all kind of know that in 5 to 10 years, like the phone gets like kind of replaced, and we start wearing glasses. And with those wearables, we will put a digital overlay over our normal reality. Sorry, that will be the case. I don't know when, but in 5 to 10 years, 100%.
What happened to the Apple VR headphones? I remember us being like so excited on that initial release. I'm seeing everybody talk about it, and it legitimately died in less than 3 days. And I've never seen a product fall off the face of the earth quicker. I think that's the whole point I think that's my point, though, about how a company needs to pave the way, fail, and then another company will come through. Because now Google has their VR headset they're making. Yeah. No one's talking about it. It looks exactly like the Vision Pro, and it is a fraction of the weight. And the weight was like one of the biggest things with the Vision Pro. Like you can wear it for 20 minutes and your neck hurts. But yeah, like little improvements, incremental improvements like that, product gets better, more people use it, you hear more about it, and then more companies end up succeeding. Yeah.
And if you take it, Ronnie's comment here, the Meta glasses, the Meta Ray-Bans, they look like Ray-Bans, a little bit thicker, I would say, but not even close to the. Have
you guys tried any of them? And anybody in the chat as well? I've thought about buying them because it's like, oh, for card shows, whatever. Like it'd be cool to record, but I don't. Has anybody used them?
I haven't.
I haven't used them. I do know a couple people that have them, and then they say nothing but good things about them.
Really? Okay, good to know.
Yeah, a lot of the people that talk about the glasses though use them for like the recording, like the video recording.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm blind as hell, so I don't even know if I could get a prescription on them. Otherwise, I'd be having to wear like a double.
Yeah, but I think we humans will definitely want to be interacting with what we love, and I think if you're a fan of some kind of fandom or IP, you will somehow interact in this digital overlay world with that IP or that fandom. And yeah, I mean that's another vertical where I could see like the biggest IPs in the world. For example, Iron Man, Batman, Spider-Man, what have you.
So let me throw a super random one here out for you. So in 2026, Gary Vee put this out and obviously went like super viral, but I agree with the sentiment, and I almost feel it myself around in 2026, people are going to want to get out of their house. We've been cooped up over COVID, everything else. Now people are wanting to get out. For these digital platforms, which you made a great point of saying every day we get more digital. You should copyright that phrase, that sell it for $1 million one day. But how do these digital platforms take advantage of people wanting to go out and meet in person?
I think VeVe's doing it in a way already with the AR functionality. But when you say meet, are you talking like interact with the collectibles and stuff like that, or like what do you mean by meet people? Because people are doing that at events right now.
Sorry, you're right. I phrased that kind of poorly, but I think just the desire to get out of the house. Like if you, I don't know if you guys have gym memberships. Holy man, the amount of people that are like dedicated and not, we're just talking, sign up in January, quit by February. Like the people that are there are dedicated, going every single day. The people that are paying attention to healthy habits, eating, everything else. Like it's completely flipped on its head compared to what it used to be. And people are wanting to go out into the real world example. And for these digitals where, obviously we're still going to play video games and everything else, but is there a way that they could take better advantage of people wanting to meet in person. And I guess, like, to give an example, I think having a commemorative piece of, hey, we went to this game, right? Or we went to this event. And I don't know how you do it at scale per se, but I think there's something around having a memory with people, and maybe it's just simply a photo, and then on the bottom there's a caption, and then whatever else. But I've just been stuck on the thought of how do they take the most advantage of people wanting to get out.
I don't know how much I can speak on this, just because I think there's still a lot of questions in the air. But VeVe is going to be introducing interoperability June. Phase 2 of their migration, so you're going to be able to take certain collectibles off the platform, and the person that's responsible for that migration had talked about the possibility of one day being able to record locations with your collectibles and like where they've been. So to Jan's point about seeing the history of the collectible, so if the collectible was in, like, let's say it's a sports ticket, and you use the ticket at a stadium, and now you see on the history of that ticket that it was used at this stadium for this match or something like that. That's an incentive for somebody to go outside of their home to get that record on the collectible. I think that's one example. But then I think Jan kind of touched it a little bit already, is having a digital overlay on the physical world. So like, almost like a Pokemon Go kind of thing. You can do AR challenges. There is something that I'm trying to mess with right now for an app where you can set up different zones and stuff like that. I don't want to talk too much about that, but yeah, AR stuff, digital overlay on the physical world.
Yeah, also getting like special redemptions on events when you meet there in person, and getting like a collectible you can only get when you are there attending, stuff like that. Yeah,
I don't know, I just think that it's something that would be kind of cool. Because I mean, everything's about memories, right? Like, I think in like the realization of like the healthy habits and stuff that I've found myself, and again, maybe not for everybody, but also realizing like, holy crap, why am I not like just taking photos of everything, right? Hang out with a friend, go for dinner, whatever, like have these memories, right? Like that's pretty much all of this stuff is about. And I think that, you know, on the further to like the connection side of things for these shows, whenever they have it where you watch a movie and you get like a tokenized collectible of it, I think that's like the easiest hanging fruit to be able to get, but we still don't have that.
VeVe has done that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I stand corrected.
They haven't done it enough. That's the problem. I also think there's a conversation that can be had there about how maybe movie theaters and stuff like that aren't the best way for them to promote it, just because there's an argument about how like movie theaters have kind of already hit their peak. But and I think I touched on this a couple of weeks ago, I do think that we're also kind of going backwards a little bit, or we will, because of things like AI, where like dating, for example, you're going to see more people go to the bars to now try and date as opposed to swipe on Tinder or whatever, because you don't know who's real and who isn't.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I could be a guy dressed as a girl or whatever with a girl overlay, right? So
yeah, fair point. Also, I think like what JTamp here mentioned in the chat, like digital signatures from artists.
Yeah, I love that idea.
And that's my point though about the locations, is you would have a signature of the location or whatever, right? If you use the collectible at like a stadium for a sporting event or something. But yeah, a comic with the artist signature.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Booth. No one goes to the movies. I've not. I've not,
because it's fucking expensive nowadays to go to the cinema.
It's expensive. It's not. Well, the biggest reason is what you already touched on, which is people have too many options now.
Yeah,
and there's just better options than spending $40 at the movies. You know.
Yeah. Fair point. Yeah. Anything else we want to cover or hop on a topic, because I really enjoy that conversation here with you guys.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I'm super glad you guys kind of reached out and chatting and getting introduced to the VeVe community a little bit more.
100%, man. If you have any questions ever, feel free to reach out.
Yeah,
we're happy to help. But
okay, so here's one for you. Why do you think that the VeVe community is so supportive?
there was a percentage of us who came in to make the quick buck at first, right? So
yeah, me too, by the way.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people found out about the token because the token was going up at the time, and then that's how they found out about the app afterwards. And then that just happened to be right before the influx of users. So if you bought something then, it pretty much 10x or whatever during that time. So a lot of people just people just saw money, right? There was also more, I think, bot activity and just users in general. So you would buy something on a drop, and then the price that it would resell in the market would just be way higher than it is now. So people could just flip like that as well. But the main reason people are still around is the community. And then I'd probably say just a combination of that, and then the brands that VeVe has to offer. They offer brands that nobody else has. They offer some of the most major first appearances, all the major brands that people grew up loving. They're reintroducing people to brands that they loved as a kid but haven't been involved with for several years, or vice versa, never knew about the artist and now they're being introduced to them through the drop. Like,
so let me hold on a second. So great point so far. But I would go even a step further, because I feel like we could take kind of that thought piece and be like, okay, we could maybe put it to different communities of, there's an IP or something that people are interested in. But like fundamentally as a group, if I'm going to take and make like a chart, there's like that S tier, A tier, B tier, whatever, and you were going to take different communities, I feel like in terms of like good vibes, engagement, and not hating on anything, VeVe would be at the top. And I feel like it's more than just, hey, they like the same IP or whatever. Like it feels like almost like what the hell's the word? Like a
the family. But
it's each individual person. About like you have people and they'll be like completely different on like a political spectrum, right? It feels like everybody's like born a certain way and they have like energy, pizzazz, and they want to put it. And somehow VeVe has been like a place where a large chunk of those individuals has resided. But I don't get why.
David is the founder of VeVe, co-founder. He's somebody that a lot of people have kind of fallen in love with. Just his personality.
That's okay. I like that. Okay, yeah, it's a singular person bringing together people with the same energy.
Yeah, but he also has proven success in the industry. So he has owned a physical comic or collectibles franchise for 20-something years. It's the biggest one in New Zealand. He also introduced, I think he brought the Pokemon IP into New Zealand.
He brought the Pokemon license to New Zealand.
He has relationships.
With like 17 or so.
He has relationships out the wazoo. Like you name the brand, he's probably talked to him. But he's made comments in the past about how, he has tables in the back of his trading card shop. And those tables are a place where people can kind of come play the game that they have a common passion about with other people who are like-minded. And the way he's described it, he's wanted to take the app and kind of turn it into a larger version of that, where like-minded people can kind of come together. And
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Like
it's stuff like that people have bought into. Hearing him say that, it's like, okay, you get it,
Yeah, and I mean, I've told the story yesterday on my interview with Dr. Digital, but I had an interview with David, and he was like running 10 minutes late or something like that, just a tiny amount of time. And he was like writing me an email, hey, I'm running a little bit late. Then like 5-10 minutes later, he came into the recording studio, and he was so generous, and he was so like, hey man, I'm so sorry I'm late, etc., etc. And I was like, dude, I have like at that time 500 followers on YouTube, and you maybe came from like a meeting with the bosses of Marvel, that kind of. And he was like, yeah, honestly. And he was like so generous and so like respectful in that kind of way. And that's what one second, Josh. And that's a lot of people who met him like in person also tell me about it. And also in the comments, you see a few people mentioning Al Khan. He is also involved with VeVe, and he is the one who made Pokemon what it is today.
That's cool. And yeah, Josh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off a second ago, but I think that's what it is, of like somebody that is giving off like an energy or a vibe that other people want to be associated with. And sure, maybe it's from the financial side of success, but it feels like it's also much, much more than that.
And you know what, just speaking a little bit more about David, I think another thing that people are really bought into early on was you can see his passion through the camera. And so there's been multiple times where he has leaked stuff by accident because he just wanted to talk about it. And so that's like obviously not the best.
So excited.
Yeah. And so when you see stuff like that, it's just you kind of buy into who he is as a person. But yeah, like there's been multiple leaks, multiple times where he's just he's spilled.
He got in trouble for spoiling.
Yeah. And he's
I'm curious what the
like,
ramifications of that look like.
We're talking like brands pausing, like proper drop date. Oh yeah, like pushing stuff back. There was one he talked about not long ago that was supposed to be announced by now, and it hasn't been announced. So he's getting some backlash for that. But yeah, it's you can see his passion through the camera. So
yeah,
you can tell he's excited for what's coming that he can't tell anybody.
Yeah, I think like in terms of David, it always feels like that you believe him, that he is trying to build his legacy with VeVe. Like he wants to catch them all. That's like what it feels. Yeah, honestly, that's what it.
What a good phrase Pokemon did with that, eh?
Yeah, I mean you can't imagine. Like I said, David was the youngest person who got the Pokemon license for New Zealand back in the day, and from Alfred Kahn. Alfred Kahn is the guy who, as I said, made Pokemon what it is today. He discovered it and made it big. And over the last 4 or 5 years, you can't imagine how many Pokemon references we had, little hints here and there in the community. So the speculation is running hard that VeVe maybe has the Pokemon license, even though nothing has confirmed on that. And
what happened to the Sui thing? Do you guys remember that there was a time when there was some... It was a BS post, but it was like, oh guys, I found this subsidiary of Pokemon that has some kind of investment within Sui. And so for like a day, everybody was like, oh my God, Sui has Pokemon. And then like literally nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure it was like completely irrelevant. That had nothing to do with it. But that shows like, because I think the price of the token also went up at the time.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't think Pokemon is going, Pokemon's going to Sui.
I don't think so, but I just wanted to say, like, we have so much speculation.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, VeVe's definitely possible. I was just saying from the arguments and stuff that people were making of like, oh, there's some weird thing over in the left hemisphere that might be connected to this. I'm like, I love Web3. Holy.
Yeah, the speculation's out of control with Web3.
Yeah, but honestly, Chilla, just get a little bit involved into the VeVe community, and then you will understand what this community makes so amazing. Because, like I said, everyone is so generous, helpful, friendly, helpful, and welcoming. So just dip your toe in, and then see a couple of weeks if you like it or not. But I'm pretty sure you will find some cool people in this community.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, listen, I've already found them. Look at you two right here.
Yeah,
hey, not bad.
Yeah.
Josh, how many times have you been able to have the CEO of your favorite collectible app buy you shots at a major party venue?
Fair point. Yeah.
No, nothing else for me, unless you have anything on your list.
No, from me neither. Anything on your end, Chilla?
No, again, I just very much want to thank you guys and appreciate the X shout out. I saw a bunch of you guys already followed, which is crazy and already showing how dominant the VeVe collectible community is. But again, I'd love to have you guys on my stream at some point as well. I started to do a TCG roundtable where we're just talking about different trading cards on Thursday nights. So if anybody's wanting to come by for that, but then I also do daily streams talking about collectibles, which we might have to add some VeVe news as a part of that as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, great to have you here. Thanks for being here. Josh can, All right.
Yeah.
Any questions in the chat?
What is his YouTube? Is it the same handle that's on X, or is it just Schiller?
It's like, it's at Schillerverse. I can put it in like the private chat for like the studio here.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's not letting me. It's not letting me comment. I tried to like connect my YouTube to say hi in the chat, but it is not letting me do that at all. What I put in the private chat there, if anybody's interested. But yeah, it's again, or if you end up following on X, I do have all that stuff linked in the bio. But it's interesting. I mean, like doing content and this stuff. Like, how did you guys end up getting into doing it yourselves? I'm curious.
Jan, you want to take that one first? I'm just
Just out of, I mean, in the VeVe. Okay, now you get the full story. So I only been able to attend German community meetups. Like I have attended like 4 or 5 meetups now, and there are obviously international ones like the Comic-Con, etc. But I was only able to attend like the German ones, and on one of these, I won a gold and silver logo. That's like the grail of the grails in the VeVe community. So because I was just at the right place at the right time, and David, the CEO, knew how like passionate the German community was, and we never had anything official in Germany. So he was like, "Hey, it's so cool that you guys like do those community-led meetups all the time. So I want to give you guys some presents to give away." And one of that was like a gold and silver logo. So before that, I haven't like posted anything on X, didn't do any kind of YouTube stuff. But then I won it because I was just at the right place at the right time. It was a raffle. I was just lucky at the time. But that kicked off the urge in me to start providing value to the community I'm already part of for like 4 years or more. And yeah, that's what kicked off my content.
That's awesome. That's really cool. It shows that just like a small act of kindness can go a long way, eh?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any idea how much worth this?
I have no idea.
Okay, a little bit, yeah.
like 14,000.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy.
And this is like, besides partners and a few others, that's the grail of the grails in the VeVe community, because you get like so many airdrops and redemptions you can take with that. So I think if you would hold the gold and silver logo from the very first beginning, I think it's more than 20 collectibles right now you could have gotten for free. So
That's dope. Actually, I love that. I feel like we don't have that anymore. There was a host of Kiba. I don't know if you guys going way back, but they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do like lifetime NFT drops," and their initial cost was like $500, and then somehow the studio imploded. But they did a movie with the Big Show, like the WWE guy and some other people. It's probably the weirdest Web3 story in history, and we have to go down a rabbit hole to discuss all of that. But I think like the recurring rewards things. Why does that not happen more? Like that's awesome. VeVe has something for it, but I'm surprised because it's like the coolest thing.
Yeah, I question if maybe it has to do with legal stuff.
Yeah, the amount you can give like per year for free.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a comment about how Disney's lawyers had advised them to be like careful with stuff like that, because Disney had made a comment about how they're not going to be airdropping or gifting their holders anything for the golden moment stuff. So yeah, legal stuff maybe, but who knows. We got a bunch of people in the chat though saying they subscribe. So
yo, Ronnie, Digital Toys with Tommy, Strange, J-Tap, yo, absolute friggin' legends in the chat. My goodness, thank you guys, appreciate it.
And by the way, just so that's how the gold and silver logo looks. That is like a trading card, a fan-made trading card from one of the German content creators. But this is like the logo, and it also has like, where is it? My mint number 279 on the card here.
That's hella sweet. That's hella sweet.
And what's even cooler, I mean, I've showed it before, but he also made like this beyond the drop.
That's a grail right there. That is a grail right there. Holy.
I mean, things like that make our community special, because he just, because I support him, he supports me. He just sent those over to me for free as a nice gift. Yeah,
brother, I have a shelf to the right of me right now, and I got no more space on it, and it's all just stuff that I've been gifted from the community, like nothing that I bought. So.
Digital Monkey in the chat, were you the one that posted about the VeVe Ken Golden
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that I commented
think
on.
so.
I'm like, that username looks hella familiar. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Josh, how did you get into content creation? I mean, I've shared my
yeah.
story.
I found the token first. I was here to make a quick buck.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, found the token.
5 years later.
Found the token. Did research on the token to find out that there was an app connected to it, and then that's what made me download the app. And then I bought my first collectible, which was Ultraman, which VeVe introduced me to as well. I didn't know about Ultraman at the time, and I popped it up in AR in my living room and immediately loved it. So then I went back into the market, bought I think 2 or 3 more collectibles, and that's all she wrote. So maybe like a year after that, I started doing the content. I didn't show my face at first.
Yeah, how did you guys meet or decide to do this together?
I've got introduced to Josh through a good friend of mine from the German community because like he is a longtime follower of Josh, and I would say I've interviewed Josh on my channel, and I would say it's like clicked right away. I mean, we've had a pretty good vibe from the get-go. And then was it like a bit over a year ago or so? Roughly around there, probably. Maybe a little longer. I don't exactly know. And yeah, then one time I was like, okay, I would like to start a live show, but I don't have the balls to do it alone. So I asked Josh, hey, would you be down doing this together? And I mean, we've been like in regular contact over the weekend. Also after our interview, we've been in contact. I mean, I found a friend in Josh through that whole VeVe collecting journey. Yeah.
Good. Another example of VeVe introducing people to each other.
100%. Yeah.
Keeping in mind, I'm in Canada and you're in Germany, so it probably wouldn't have happened if VeVe.
Probably not. Yeah. And I saw you get a custom painting while we are here on the collectibles from the community, right?
Yeah.
Where's my painting?
I won it in Vegas.
Okay, sorry, guys.
But yeah, do you have any other questions for us or for anyone in the chat before we let you go?
No, I mean, it's just straight up good vibes. So like, I appreciate the hell of that. Honestly, every single stream, I'm like, yo, everybody just wants to go where it's good vibes, and this was a pico of the day, good vibes.
Love it, man.
Nice,
well,
man.
You're welcome anytime. And again, appreciate the invite to us for your channel. So, yeah,
appreciate it. Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your show, guys, and I will catch you around.
Take care, man.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
All right, Jan, put your green screen back up.
Wait a second. Maybe Jan deserves one too. Oh, buddy.
The painting. Yeah, fine, but once mine's done.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he can do one of us together. Like, alrighty.
Hey, Notorious, I really appreciate the comments too. By the way, man. So
yeah, that was pretty dope. That was a really cool, interesting, and fun conversation. I think
this is what I mean, dude. We need more people outside the community. It's not a jab at. It's not a jab at people in the community. It's just we see the same names over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, it's refreshing to introduce new people. So
yeah, and it seemed like the people in the chat also enjoyed that conversation. I mean, guys, I would say let's do like 5 minutes or something like that on open questions you guys maybe have, and I would say other than that, we would wrap this up sooner or later. I mean, we're now going for 2.5 hours. So, Josh, what is? Oh yeah, back in the old setting. Let's go.
Maybe on. Oh, we read that already. Let's observe you a little bit and put together some vibes. He needs to do more research on Jan. You guys might be onto something. About what? Oh, introducing new people. Yes. Thanks for saying that out loud, Josh. I felt like that forever now. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but yeah, it's just.
Yeah, but it's
Switch it
just
up.
true. Like, I mean, through that conversation, we got so many interesting new like angles to attack this whole topic, I would say.
So your job for next stream is to get Gary V on.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. I mean, honestly, he would be my dream guest, but yeah, I think the ROI for him coming onto our show is pretty small. But maybe one day, just think about it if that would be possible.
I think it's totally possible. I think just the amount of time, it would be a short interview, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, I will be pretty nervous if that ever happens.
oh, see, we already have somebody who disagrees here. I knew somebody would say this. Jan, if you want to watch the Avatar Last Bender movie, don't watch the first one. It is bad.
Okay.
If he's thinking of the same one that I'm thinking, I didn't think it was too bad. I think the new TV series was pretty bad. I think the old animated TV series is way better, but only way for new people to find VeVe is to have people not in VeVe. Yeah. And like our community's been in this bubble for a little while, but it's time to pop it, for crying out loud. Are there any other collectibles you want to cover before we wrap up here? I still have Stacker open.
No, not really. But I've overlooked a comment on my chat, and he was like, "Get this guy to download VeVe on and onboard him live." That would be such a great idea, to be fair.
That would be.
But I think after this stream, he will definitely check out our community and the platform itself. So, yeah.
Now we need to make a Last Airbender scene. That'd be cool, right? Last Airbender.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You're in charge of our scenes here, but yeah, I don't get like the feeling that this IP is something for me. I don't know why, but yeah, JTemp, thanks for the tip. If I will watch a movie, I will not watch the first one, even though Josh said it's a good one.
Oh, so you're gonna listen to him, but not me? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, Josh.
There was two movies, one in 2010 and the new one. 2010 was bad. Yep, that was the one I was referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's everything on my list. I don't see anything in my chat. Are there any comments from your chat from before when you were ignoring
No, not
everyone?
really. I've looked through them. Most of them came over to your chat because I ignored them. And guys, I'm so sorry. That was not my best performance here in terms of taking a look at the at my chat.
We still need to figure out how to sync the chats,
Yeah.
which I don't think there is a way to do it.
We're trying to
Figure
figure
it out.
that out since like episode 2 or 3 of the live show, and
At this
and we're
point, I
now
think
at 23.
At this point, I think I'd probably have more success just like making my own streaming platform with AI.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see that.
Cool. If you guys haven't already, hit the thumbs up, share the stream. It goes a long way. And then, yeah, hopefully some more news this next week that we can cover for our next show.
Sorry to interrupt there. And also, guys, I mean, you've seen that we really enjoy getting new people on. So if you have any recommendations of guests outside of our community that we should reach out to, please let us know. Like, tag us under a post on X from them, or shoot us their profile as a DM, whatever, so we can reach out to those people.
Good call. You know who comes to mind now that I think about it? And he has been involved in the community before, but I don't think enough. Swaggle House.
Who?
Swaggle House. Comic YouTuber. He's also one of the shareholders in 24/7 Comics.
Okay. Sorry, never heard of him before.
Yeah, he dropped a comic on VeVe.
Which one?
I forgot the name of it, but it's a little while ago now. Somebody will remind me in the chat, but he would be a good one to have on too.
Huh, okay.
Let me just confirm while we are live why my screen is backwards. Yeah. On my screen on my computer, the chat is on the other side of the screen. But on the live stream, it's over me. It's on my face.
Yeah, okay. Ah, okay, now I got it. Yeah. That's why you thought that like the comments always are over your face.
Because on my screen, they're literally over my face.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay.
All
Do you
right.
want to wrap up the show?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, close to 3 hours in, and we have to leave when it's the best time to leave. Is that how do you say it? Sprichwort?
How do you say it in German? I have no idea.
No. Whatever, guys. Let's finish up the show here today.
All right, I'll keep it short and simple. But yeah, if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button or share the stream, it goes a long way, depending on where you're watching from. But yeah, just want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. Big thank you to Schiller for coming through and spending some time. And we will see you guys next week, Monday, 1 p.m. EST for another show. I was going to say, put the peace sign up.
Let's collect, let's collect, let's collect. We collect. We collect. The collector's going digital and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's collect. Beyond the drop. Collect. We collect with collectors strong digital and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's collect. Let's collect, let's collect.